The following is intended for immature audiences only.
There's no such thing as a radio rating system.
But if there were, this show would be rated O as in...
Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the crazy soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56 and, is that correct? Walk, you little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Hey, here we are, back again, man. Good to see you.
Teddy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike. Good.
Got a big program today. Inside the Buckeyes, all the news and notes you need. Maybe the stuff that you never know, the stuff that you never knew
Never
you
thought
needed.
you knew that you knew, that you knowed.
There's an old saying.
I don't know where that is, back in Tennessee.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
So Inside the Buckeyes, 346. Rapid fire at 4:30.
That's a record, Mike.
Teddy, you working tomorrow?
No.
Sea-hole.
No.
What are you doing, eating Subway?
No, I'm not
Hanging out with
Subway.
Jared from Subway?
No.
What's he up to these days?
He's in federal prison is what he's up to.
Still there?
I hope so.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. Let me let people out for anything these days. Hopefully not that, though.
Get pardoned.
Hopefully not that. Just classic Wednesday, Ted. We get the band back together for one day, and you've got to leave.
Well, I was here yesterday.
You weren't,
Well,
because you were golfing. And
There's a
tell you-
reason
let me
for
tell you
that.
something. This stupid idiot, good clean boy, sent me a text last night. What time did you text me?
when I was about to leave, when it was about to be closed.
No, that was this morning. Stop texting me. When was this?
You're texting me. Get out of here. It was about 7:30 last night or whenever.
It was 8 o'clock, wasn't it?
It was close to 8.
You said you were
Look,
just finishing up your round at Muirfield, 8 o'clock.
We had finished the round. We hung out there for a half hour. So we got up there into the clubhouse at 7:30. I mean,
in
it was
the morning.
Yeah.
In the morning.
In the evening, we got up there at 1 o'clock
Man, I'm
for
sure
a
the
shotgun
staff
start.
just loved you. The caddies probably just loved you.
Hey.
Carrying bags around for some media a-holes that don't know when to call it a day.
I won't say much. I won't say much for myself, but what I can say is when I am enjoying somebody else's golf course, when it is a treat and a privilege to be out somewhere, I am going to abide by every single rule and regulation and policy that they have. That's what I will say. Stopping when they tell us to stop playing, rain delay, got to go in, put the clubs down, don't play anymore, mark the ball. If we're allowed to go back and play, if the caddies are willing to take us out there, we'll resume. And I blocked out the whole day. I took the day off of work. So, yes, we finished play. There was about a 2-hour rain delay in the middle of it, and 1 o'clock to 7:30, so 6.5 hours minus the 2 is somewhat of a regular timed round, I would say. And the guys that were in my group, I don't know how well we were all playing as far as what we wanted, how we wanted to play and strike the ball. But we were
shoot?
fast.
What'd you shoot?
89 for your boy. So 17 over par. And
You're not going off the pro tees.
of course not. No, we're playing the white tees there.
Of course you are.
Of course you are.
Of course you are.
It's what I am. So
Really?
just
white.
really white. It was a fun time. The caddies, my caddy Kevin was awesome. He was super excited. He's about to move to New York City to start some new adventures. I actually wanted the caddies to just play for us. They cannot do that, and we're not going to get them into trouble or anything, but they're all usually sticks on the golf course. There was a point in the round where I just wanted to say, Kevin, would you just bend a little bit that way, just swing away, put one 320 yards down the right side.
Now, you did
Let's
go through about 3 of them in the round, like Colin Morikawa. Dressed like them, so you just fired your caddies.
Let's
out.
Go. Just no. They
Did
were,
you tip
They
well?
were done with me. Oh, I think I tipped well.
I don't know.
I think I tipped well.
A lot of well-to-do Richie Riches play that course, man. You got to keep up.
Let's just say it was well over $100.
But I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know, but for where I am, I feel
Beamer
like that's
was
pretty
a caddy
good.
over there. Did you ask him what the going rate was?
I've gone over this before, yeah. Like I have a general idea of what the expectation is, and I think I went a little bit above. I think I went a good bit above what the expectation is for one round. And we were out there an extended period of time, so I tried to get closer to like a double tip.
Can I tell you something else? Just as a society, I think we should be done with tipping.
Well, not
we
for
should be all tipping banned.
All tipping
banned. Pay your people.
Look,
I'm done tipping. You can roll it into the cost of the thing. That's fine.
But you tip. There's places that you like to go and enjoy, and you are a good tipper
I
too.
am,
and you're just saying I'm going to be done with that
because society obligates me to tip. I can't buck the system unless we all buck the system.
Because you are doing it for the same reason that everybody else is doing it, right? You want to go above and beyond and showing your appreciation so you'll get better service the next time.
Well, let me tell you something. We were in London not too long ago. Every restaurant you go to, they added 12.5% gratuity right to the thing, and you don't tip anymore.
That's true.
That's it. They hand you the check. There's no waiting. It's like, I got to do this, and they got to bring this, and then I got to do the math. None of that. It's just factored in.
Right. It's like you said, it's not that there isn't tipping. It is included in the check.
That's fine.
So we don't have to have any kind of
the price
discussion or think that we're tipping low or did we maybe tip too much.
Pay your people. I'm not saying people shouldn't make money. I want them to make as much money as humanly possible.
Right.
And it can come from me. I just don't want it to be after the fact. Too much pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. And there are... Again, now I'm going to make people feel bad, but I guess we just got to go there, right?
Us, buddy. Yeah. They are feeling bad already.
It's not about like where you work, but I feel like the expectation of tipping does depend on what type of place you work at. Like if I'm playing a prestigious golf course like I played and we're talking about caddies, I'm not used to having a caddy is a great experience for somebody like me. I don't typically play golf courses that have those. There's not many around. You pretty much have to be playing a top 250 type of golf course in the country to have a caddy experience. So that's a luxury. I'm able to play a lot better. I'm able to read the greens a different way, get club advice. I'm going to tip for that. If I'm, say, buying a cookie, I don't know if I want to tip 20% on a $5 cookie when there's not really any greater service that's being provided.
I understand
like you're waiting
that.
on someone hand
However,
and foot at a table. There's an obligation and expectation to tip a little bit more.
Of all
good with that.
I mean, if you went for a luxury experience yesterday, right? You went for a luxury experience.
You want to show that appreciation.
But see, that's when I think they should roll the cost in because it's a luxury thing.
And I'm
right. The club should be paying the caddies a premium price because it's a luxury club. When I go get that cookie, as annoying as it is sometimes, I know the person behind the counter isn't making a ton of money.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not in it for a luxury experience. So if I add 10% to the cost of the cookie and it keeps this person from killing themselves, it doesn't bother me that much. But like I'm going to the dentist on Thursday.
I really hope they're not in a mental place like that when they're working at the cookie shop. Are we going to get to the point? I'm being dead serious. I'm not being funny. Are we going to get to the point where when the dental hygienist is done cleaning your teeth, she's got a little tab, and it's like, just got a question to ask you here. Just one little question. Would that be 40%, 70%, or 80%
when
for the
does
tip?
it
Those
end?
are the three options.
That's all I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to put limits on it in a society. Again, I'll go back to the trip we took because, I don't take many trips. Although this year is the year of trips. I have no more money left. Go to London. You stay in a very nice hotel. My wife does not travel cheap. God bless her. We're in a position to do it. And then as we're leaving, it's, you got to tip to everybody. I got to leave money out for the maid.
Yeah, maid service,
and it's
room service, the bellboys, everybody.
Two maids were here. So I got to leave out two different envelopes.
Man. At least you didn't have a valet because you'd have a car out there.
And then it's the doorman gets a tip. And the guy who carried the bags to and from the room gets a tip. And then the driver who takes us to the airport gets a tip above and beyond the exorbitant fee that we're already paying for these services. I'm just saying, at some point, we got to draw a line in the sand. We got to say, as a society, I'm done with tipping. I'm done.
But you're not going to stop tipping until everybody else stops tipping.
Right.
There's no way to do that.
Collectively. It's like when Jerry decided to break off with the fiance. They both looked at each other at the same time and said, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. That's what we have to do as a society. We have to say, no, we're not tipping anymore.
Nobody wants to be viewed as cheap. That's one of the worst things, right? So, and I know you would probably still be the guy that's tipping after we all agree not to tip. Because
I'd feel bad then.
Right, you're talking about let's do this, but then you would want to make that person feel better when it's against the rules. And like almost like my pop-up would do. Like when I went to visit and it was time to go home, he would give me a $20 bill, 50, sometimes it was 100. Hey, get the family dinner on your way back. He felt good doing that. And I felt good taking it because he felt so good giving it.
I never got a $100 handshake from my pop.
That's too bad.
He went to the Native American casino and pissed away all my inheritance.
I'm sorry. Jack Hall was a great man.
He would tell you, hey, Grandpa, what are you doing? I'm pissing away your inheritance.
That's
all
great.
right.
That's great.
So, well,
right?
you were a garbage man. I wasn't expecting too much, but I'm glad that city pension is gone.
Maybe get some bonds out of that deal.
Gone.
I don't know.
All right, what are we doing? Nothing?
Well, that's the show.
The future of sports is coming to Ohio, and Fish dropped some very bad news on me today. Just crushing, devastating news that affects all of you. It affects me. It's going to affect you. And I'll tell you what it is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some delay due to an accident that's on East Broad Street at Cardinal Park Drive, and that's west of 270. We also have an accident that's on eastbound 70s off-ramp to northbound 270, and that's on the east side. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator, the Kubota construction lineup features durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all and do it right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at columbusequipment.com.
If the newest escape room in town is just you trying to escape from your busted garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Now open at Zoombezi Bay, the all-new conservation tower. It's the only place you'll find the Hive, a world's first water slide with wild 720-degree beehive spin.
Muscle Mayhem, a Midwest first with intense drops and twists.
And Captina Falls, a head-first racing slide like nothing you've ever seen. 3 slides, 1 tower, endless thrills. Conservation Tower is now open, only at
Zoombezi Bay.
Plan your visit today at ZoombeziBay.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion, replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
You found the one, now find the ring. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. On July 25th and 26th, Wedding Weekend is back with event-exclusive pricing for 2 days only. Celebrate with buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and 10% off handcrafted custom bridal. It's the perfect time to upgrade, personalize, or say yes for the first time. Join us July 25th and 26th on Selma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Let me tell you, some days there's nothing better than a quick refresh. So switch it up and refresh your day at Speedway with the 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks and all your favorite snacks. Speedy Rewards app required, valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
The outdoor drama Tecumseh is back this summer. The drama, the history, and the spectacle make Tecumseh one of Ohio's most beloved traditions. Tecumseh has provided thrilling live entertainment for 50 years, and the outdoor theater at Sugarloaf Mountain will provide a safe and memorable experience for your entire family. Get tickets now at tecumsehdrama.com. This message is made possible in part by the Ohio Arts Council. Tecumseh, experience the drama.
Active Liver is the easy way to get a daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A mainly dry day today for us with more sunshine and afternoon highs getting into the upper 80s. For tonight, lows overnight down into the 60s. We'll still see that humidity with us going into Wednesday with partly to mostly cloudy skies, and we could see some isolated showers and storms in the afternoon with highs again in the upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
It is a hot summer, everybody, and we need energy. We need lots and lots of energy to get through it. Vacations, barbecues, beach days with 7 million people on the same beach as you. That's what I did at the Jersey Shore. But you know what? If you are suffering from low testosterone, low T, as we say in the biz, do not fear, because our friends at Tri-State Men's Health, they are experts in the field of treating low testosterone. There's all sorts of different things that you might be feeling. Maybe it's just, like I said, the lower energy levels. That's the big one for me, it was. And then that quick, maybe half beat of pain, but not really any pain for my standards, because just a tough guy there, shot in the ace, and just get you right as rain in no time.
Look at you.
Just, you know what? I can take it.
I'm a tough guy.
Unproductive workouts, brain fog. I get the brain fog all the time. A low sex drive, you can't have that. Mess you up. You've got to see our guys at Tri-State Men's Health. Go to tristatemenshealth.com. Take that quick low T quiz in 2 lovely locations right here in town.
So I go in, talk to Fishy.
What happened? I don't know what you're talking about
Our
here.
big program director, big boss here, calls me in when I get into the office today, and he butters me up with a couple easy, flattering questions.
Oh, no.
And I know something's coming.
The sandwich.
And eventually I just say, Fish, I made him an egg salad sandwich today.
I saw that.
Because I made some delicious egg salad. I was making myself a sandwich. I know you wouldn't appreciate it because you don't like anything mayonnaise, but I said, you know what? Fishy would like the egg salad. I made him a sandwich. We sat in his office. We had sandwiches together.
You know what?
Just a couple of guys sitting around eating egg salad.
That's a lovely picture. I saw you in there, even shut the door for a minute. Before you go on, though, you would give me this. Why did you not offer me? You made it yourself. I always give you respect for being a great cook and whipping up delicious things. I hardly ever get to try all of that stuff. You didn't even offer to have me try an egg salad sandwich.
Did I not give you like a 9-pound bag of herbs and peppers today as soon as I walked in the door?
Yes, you did.
I was in the garden. I was harvesting for you today.
Let's not
you
focus.
Bastard.
Let's not, you rat bastard.
Ungrateful bastard.
Let's not focus on what you did do. Just next time, I need to expand my horizons. I mean, I tried a Big Mac. You even told them to load it up with special sauce.
I did not. They just happened to look at your face. So this guy appreciates some sauce.
I misspoke. I didn't try a Big Mac. I went back and had another Big Mac because it's not typically my go-to. I've had the Big Mac many times
Can
before.
I finish what I was saying?
Please go on.
With Fishy.
What happened with Fishy?
All right, so we're there eating egg salad, just a couple of dudes being dudes.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Probably what Bobby and Schlegel are doing right now. Just hanging out, eating egg salad
guys
together.
being guys.
Just punching each other's testicles. And he said, so when are you going to do another Common Man's Basement show?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not familiar, that is a show that I do on select Fridays, usually, YouTube from my basement. And I sit there and I have a drink of choice and I talk to all the fans and the people who are in the chat.
You thought about doing one a couple weeks ago, but then I think we realized it was NHL draft night.
Well, and I said to him, well, it's funny you brought that up because I was just thinking that I would do one this Friday. You know, Friday, 8 o'clock. People can join me on YouTube. Go there.
Perfect.
Sponsored by our friends, the Lion's Den. Just search Common Man's Basement. You will find it. Subscribe.
Perfect.
He said, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. One little hiccup from corporate. They told me you're not allowed to drink on that show anymore.
Oh, really?
What the hell? First of all, I'm in my house. Second of all, it's
You're in
not
your
FCC
basement.
regulated. We're on YouTube. I use colorful language. Right? What are we doing? I'm not like drinking and cursing at my kid on the YouTube feed.
Right.
It's all done responsibly. It's my drink of the evening. I'm there in my house, probably pants off. But he said, no, can't drink anymore on the show. So this Friday when I do it, I'll drink milk. A little milk.
What else are you going to have? If we can't do any
Fresca?
booze, you probably should get a Fresca.
I'll pop a Fresca.
You know what? I'll admit when I'm wrong. That Fresca, refreshing. You talk about a perfect summertime drink. Really refreshing.
I don't understand why we care. You listen to what we say on this show? Do you listen to what I say on this show?
Well, and then again, if you listen to this show, but you haven't checked out Common Man's Basement yet, like he said, it's not like that is a good, clean hour the entire time. You will let it loose a little bit.
Pop in the YouTube chat. Sean says, stop doing it then. It's your way or no way. No, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Plus, the Lions Den didn't say anything to me about it, and they're proud sponsors, and I don't want to let them down. They've been there to support the podcast. I don't want to let you guys down.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
But you know what I'll do to make up for it?
Drink a lot before?
I'll be sloppy before, and I'll work extra blue. I'll say some stuff to be like, woohoo, look at him.
Woo!
Look at him, Joe.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, yeah.
I need you to ramp up the costumes. I need you to cycle through your sunglasses during the hour. What I want you to do is have like the cracked open Coors Light can or whatever you've been sipping on and just leave it right there on the desk. Like you were drinking it, but not for the entire hour that you're on.
Now, because I would usually tell people what I was drinking, I'd show them the bottle. If I put it in a red Solo cup and don't say anything, is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a red Solo cup.
You don't know what's in there.
No.
It'll be apple juice.
Of course.
Strong.
You just make jokes about what it is. It's a spicy apple juice. Got a little
high
kick
C.
to it.
Put some Capri Sun in there.
Maybe Yoo-hoo with a little rum in it.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Rumpelstiltskin's a good man. So are you.
You were talking to me before the show about some new venture. It's coming to the state of Ohio. It's going to change the way that we enjoy sports, apparently.
Yeah, this is the only memory I have of this place is Colin Cowherd did like a quick little Instagram video when he was there. And it was the worst video because he was talking about how everyone needed to start apologizing to Lane Kiffin. And I'm sorry, not Lane Kiffin. Everyone needed to apologize to Lincoln Riley because they were competing and they wound up getting blasted in the game that he was talking about, but he was at this place. And it was just the way he was saying. He was like, hey, everybody, I'm here at Cosm, and look at what USC is doing right now. You better apologize to him. So that's my memory of this place. It started on a bad foot. But when you take a look at what the spot is, where he was, it's this newfound place. They're trying to roll these out. It almost feels like it's got a Top Golf vibe to it with the cities that they're targeting and how big and beautiful these places are.
Sure, it's wonderful.
So it's a 100-foot screen that's almost like an IMAX, like you're in an arena, so to speak. When you go in here, it's for watching sports. Like that's what this place is. Cosm, it's COSM, and it's coming to Cleveland. It's going to be the nation's 5th one. It's a bar, restaurant concept that's designed to offer stadium-like experiences with the use of immersive technology and a giant video screen.
How do you spell it?
COSBY? No.
That's immersive.
That is.
You go in, you have a drink, you black out. Who won the game? I don't know. Why does my pee-pee hurt? I don't know.
That's bad. No.
Mess you up.
Mess you up. It's not going to happen to you at this place. I hope not. But... yeah, this is going up on the spot that they call the Rock Block. It's on a 3-acre plot of land next to East 4th Street between Huron and Prospect. So, I don't know. I think, a 12K plus technology feed sounds great. 400 different events are going to be shown with special cameras. But if you want that experience, maybe go out to the game. The only difference would be is you're going to be able to act like you're sitting closer, where that seat's going to cost a lot of money in real life. And I'll be curious to know, for people that have been there, they say that you can get in here for $10 to $15. That's a get in the door pricing, though. So they're going to be charging more money even the closer you want to sit to the screen or whatever.
A primo spot for that.
$10 or $15. You're still sitting, have the nosebleed experience.
Look,
in our arena.
I don't know what people want. I don't know what Gen Z wants. What's the generation we're in now?
That's it.
Gen Alpha?
Alpha's the youngest one now?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Teddy.
Alphas.
Teddy once impregnated a girl named Gen Alpha. Right, Teddy?
Yeah.
How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
But if I'm leaving my house, if I'm going to go to the effort to go leave my house, pay money to watch the game, to me, I'm going to the game.
And you're not going to the game.
I'm staying at home.
You're not going.
I'm enjoying all of that. But then again, people like camaraderie. Maybe they want to see the big 100-foot TV and they want to drink with their friends. I don't know.
That's going to the bar, right?
I know. I don't know what to tell you.
Where you get the Sunday ticket package that you don't want to pay for at home. But, we did this with 3D TVs, right? You took the 3D technology you enjoyed in the
glasses.
movies.
Yes, people said,
you took it home.
This is
you
the future.
The Samsung TV or whatever. Is anyone really doing that?
People want to sit down on the couch and put on these glasses. This is going to be the future. No, it's not.
It makes me dizzy. I can't do stuff like that. I'm not the IMAX guy. It's too hard for me to follow. I'm wearing giant glasses here. I can't see. My peripherals aren't good. Blind. Makes me dizzy. Makes me want to throw up.
One hillbilly football school is panicking. I'm going to tell you who and why coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a disabled vehicle that's in the construction zone on westbound 70 on the west side at Hilliard Rome Road, causing some holdup there. And watch out for an accident that's on eastbound 70's off-ramp to northbound 270 on the east side. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 Fan Traffic.
With rates as low as 8.99% APR, now is the perfect time to save your summer with a debt consolidation loan from BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit bmifcu.org/consolidate.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save up to $30 on auto repair with their AAA Triple Play. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid July 1st through July 31st. See store for details.
The big one is back. The Good Guys 27th Summit Racing Nationals presented by PPG. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Over 6,000 of the nation's baddest hot rods, muscle cars, and trick trucks. Don't miss Good Guys autocross racing action. A tire-smoking burnout competition. A pro street takeover. Earth-shaking Nitro Thunderfest. Meet the top builders in the industry and more. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center. Details at good-guys.com.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Give them a call. 614-502-5220.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge.
I want to tell you something.
I'm doing the read. Be a professional. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
They're lovely. I didn't mean to step in on that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't mean to step in on that. Because this plays into what they do, cooling. So we have our box fan that we've got in the studio, and you and I like to cycle out the chairs. So I actually took the chair that was being blasted with the fan when I switched it out. And to have that seat cushion nice and cool when I went to sit down on it, that was a nice little experience, and it got us thinking about maybe some technology that we could find out there.
I was thinking how with cars, we have so many, aftermarket things. Like when your windows tinted or special rims or special stereo.
Because we do have this now with cars.
You can pimp out your car any way you want to. Well, with the Lexus that I have from Germain Lexus.
Beautiful car.
My guys. It has the cooling seats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But my problem is it's not nearly cool enough.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a slight breeze. The sensation is almost as if you kind of wet your pants. That type of...
It's very faint.
It's faint,
I know what you're talking about. It's not blasting you. We need Swedish shower heads.
I want a black market cooling system in cars. I want to be able to take it into a place and say, I want icicles coming from my eyelashes. I want to see my breath.
Jack at the end of The Shining? That's what I want to look like.
Some old school Freon, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Freon.
That's
for
right.
days. I'm
just saying, I want that. If I'm going to get a blower on my seat, chop that up, Teddy. If I'm going to get a blower on my seat, I want that to be a harsh, biting wind.
Yes.
At least you should have an option for that. You got your little, little breeze setting that you push a button for. And then there's a skull and crossbones button that you press. And it's like being in the Arctic. That's what I want.
I was thinking it could be like the little symbol of the dude who's supposed to be God, where he's like blowing the wind.
Whatever,
and it's like
man.
Whooshing everywhere. Skull and bones might be better.
If you
this
work
is death setting.
If you work on cars, you work at a mechanic, and you think you can just black market my crap up, let me know, and I'm bringing my car to you.
Black market cooling. Yeah. What is it with that? Like we roll out these new things that are great, but you're telling me that you can't install a better blower motor in those seats? If we're going to do this,
we can put speakers in. We can do all sorts of
sound systems. Every car company's got a deal. This car company has JBL. This one's got Bose. We got the premium sound systems. and we can't get better cooling.
We
in these
advertise
seats?
so much crap in these cars. Oh, we got a heads-up display. You can see the speed right in the windshield.
I don't
Great.
want to see that.
Well, whatever.
It's on my dashboard.
But I'm saying
What's the
I want
difference?
teeth chattering. At least give me the option.
It's 100 degrees out there, and it's not going away anytime soon. This is a great feature. I want it to work. It's like the same thing with the, you know how 10 years ago we never had any of the vents that service the back seats. Now they put them in the back of those center consoles.
Not enough.
And they're piddly. I'm never back there because I'm always the driver, but everyone that's in the back seat, I always get criticism about how it's not cold enough. It's not blowing hard enough.
Vents in the seats, right? So that when you're in the back seat,
like where the headrest is.
They're eye level with you.
Or they're hitting the back of your neck. Like we have these cheap fans that people wear around their neck. I don't know.
I have one of those.
And it doesn't work too well, does it?
Crap.
It's like
garbage.
dollar store type of technology. But yeah, you put the vents right in the neck rest, the headrest, and that just blasts you with cold air as well.
Yeah.
Boy, this car is going to be out of gas in about 30 minutes.
We think of so much. We got the lumbar support. You can do this. You can adjust the seat 18 million ways. I want it freezing cold. That's what I want. All right, one hillbilly football school is panicking. That would be Auburn. Who's coaching Auburn? Is that Gus?
Who is
over there?
I don't think it's Gus.
I forget who's over there. Want to know why I forget? Because they're irrelevant. It's Hugh Freeze. That's right. Hugh Freeze. Well, the natives are getting a little panicky because for the class of 2026, you know, the next recruiting class that we have, class of 2026, Auburn is ranked last in the SEC, okay? Which, look, it's a competitive league. I understand it. Should never happen with Auburn, but everybody's entitled to a down year. They're ranked 86th nationally.
My God.
They only have 7 commitments in the class of 2026. And the natives are starting to get restless. And you know what? I think sometimes we overreact to recruiting, but there's no way you should be number 86 in the nation if you're Auburn football.
So some of the, a lot of the things that we've talked about with this game that we love, that we've followed, since we were little kids, it's changing so much right now. We got the college football game that's being rolled out for its second season. That kind of just points to everything that has evolved with NIL and the way that we can pay these players and bring them up. And it's changed recruiting as well, obviously. We thought, and I think for the most part, it's still going to be accurate, right? Like 90% true. The programs that were already big programs, why would they suffer when now you're allowed to sort of stretch your wings and show how deep your pockets are and how many boosters you have or how many businesses you have in your community that can pay for some of this top talent? But if you don't know really what you're doing, there could be some other teams that can spike now. Like, it's not to say that Texas Tech was ever a lowly school, right? Or a lowly program, but they're making headlines for what they're spending.
Exactly.
Now that they're allowed and able and capable to do that, and look what kind of product they're going to be able to put out on the field. They are not doing all that hot either in recruiting au natural for 2026. They're ranked 27th, but they're going after everybody in the transfer portal. So either way, you're going to do it. But for Auburn to be down there that low.
Well, did I miss it? Is Auburn
crazy.
just landing all these great guys in the portal?
I don't think
so.
Not that I can't say I've paid that much attention to it for this cycle, but Hugh Freeze, he is on the brink.
Well,
you go 6-7 and 5-7, 3-5, 2-6 in conference play. You didn't even make a bowl game last year. He might not even get to see that 2026 class come in.
I saw Lane Kiffin was poking him on social media. I don't think there's a guy in college football at this point that I want to see lose more than Lane Kiffin. I know you either love him or you hate him, and I'm in the hate him category. I can't stand him.
I do too.
I cannot stand him. He is a whiny, complaining idiot who I don't think has ever really done anything good enough to be so cocky. I can't stand him.
I thought I hated Sark, but now the more that I've seen from him and how he's actually starting to bring Texas back, which, say what you will about how they're also a program that's had the resources. Okay, but someone's still got to push the buttons and take them to that place.
Who's on that list? Hugh Freeze is on that list just because I don't like Hugh Freeze as a person.
Lane for sure.
Lane.
We don't like Sharon Moore for a lot of reasons.
No, don't like Sharon Moore. I mean, that's a given, though, right?
I don't have hatred or disdain for a guy like Mario Cristobal, but just anyone that's manning that spot at the U, while they've just got these vibes about them where they're always telling us that they're ready to go. We got Carson back here this year.
That's not necessarily his fault. That's
Dabo, I'll say. Dabo I can't stand. Really hateable right now.
Saban's gone.
Anybody
How about
beyond
Lincoln
that?
Riley?
Lincoln
Riley's up there.
Just because and I don't know if he's really to that level of annoying like a Lane Kiffin is.
One guy that I used to hate him, but he's actually growing on me again now, is Brett Bielema.
Brett Bielema.
Because he's sort of carrying the water for the Big Ten again, and I see some stuff that he says, and I laugh, and I'm like, yeah, you tell him, fat ass. You go get him.
What was it? They were playing, I think it was South Carolina, and they were going at it. There was something over like the signals that you're supposed to make. It's almost like a gentleman's agreement on the
absolutely.
kickoffs. Like you threw the tee up there. And you didn't touch back that thing. They were like coming out there to have blows almost. And once again, mid-tier. Maybe you could say Illinois last year was a little bit above a mid-tier, but
they should have made the playoffs. They were one game away.
We do this all the time, though. When the SEC, like Lane Kiffin's one of those guys that'll just sit back there and nod in the field and chirp about how great they are. Well, you get mid-level SEC against mid-level Big Ten in some of these bowl games. Oftentimes, that Big Ten team is coming out ahead, just like Illinois did.
Inside the Buckeyes with our resident Buckeye expert, Timmy Hall.
I am.
I see. Look,
you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to say it sarcastically like that with a long pause. Right as we're going into the segment.
You're the Lane Kiffin of Buckeye knowledge.
Yeah.
You know a little bit, you pretend you know a lot, and you're really cocky about it. Inside the Buckeyes coming up next. Cowan, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic if you're on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East and West Split. And watch out for some slowdown due to an accident that's on East Broad Street at Cardinal Park Drive. That's west of 270 on the East Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.44%, APR 6.47% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Save a whole lot more all summer long with hot deals on Meyer brand must-haves.
Like Meyer bottled water?
24 packs for $2.99.
How about Meyer freezer pops?
Yeah, for just $1.99.
Meyer Quencher sparkling water?
69 cents each plus deposit where applicable.
What about ingredients for s'mores?
Of course. Meyer marshmallows for $1, Meyer graham crackers for $2, and Meyer 6-pack chocolate bars for $4 all summer long.
Now that's a good deal better.
Only at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate you snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your significant other will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, it stops your snoring. That's the point. It's quick, it's comfortable, and it's an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea. And he's helped countless patients breathe easier, sleep better, and live healthier, more energized lives. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Schedule your appointment now with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that's sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should've known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Hey, for you homeowners out there, maybe your home is aging a little bit and it needs work to be done. Dealing with service contractors, it can be a real pain. It can be frustrating. That's why I want to tell you about my new friends at Victor's Home Solutions. I'm going to be telling you about them for a little bit here coming up. They've got amazing customer service. That's the number one thing that I find with these guys. And if you are looking for that new roof, they install the highest quality roofs and windows that money can buy. And they're going to take all those negative, frustrating stereotypes about service contractors. They will turn them upside down, my friend. They can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof that they install and a lifetime warranty on their windows. There's 5-star customer service. See why they've got such a great 4.9 Google rating. The 21-point inspection is free. Some of these guys, they're going to check your roof. They don't even get up on top of the roof. They just look from the sidewalk like morons and say, need a new roof. No, there's hoofs on the roof. They're going to check it. You can get that, 21-point roof inspection. That's a lot of factors. That's a lot of points. It's almost like they're looking at every single thing. So check them out, 1-866-VICTORS, or go online at victors.com. Victors Home Solutions.
I was getting nervous when you start with hey, you homeowners.
What is it, Back to the Future? Hey, you, get your damn hands off of her.
Hey, you homeowners.
Yep.
How you doing, Ted? Good?
Doing good, Mike.
All right. Timmy's going to dazzle you. I mean, he just told you about 21-point inspections, but this is a 21-point. Never mind.
Would you?
Common Man and Timmy present Inside the Buckeyes.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey, you homeowners.
Why you got to frustrate me going into the segment?
Sorry, go ahead.
Almost like the service contractors. All right, I want to start with some Buckeye basketball, and a lot of what I want to continue to highlight, say that again, in this segment is some of our Buckeyes that are fresh in their professional careers. Did you see?
He's going to punch me at some point today, Teddy.
Right in the sack. You know what? No fan next segment. If this keeps going.
Come on. You can't take the fan away.
You better act like a pro.
No, I need my breeze.
That fan is going out of here. I'm chucking it out.
Right, I'm not going to say a word for the rest of the segment.
No Vornado either. I was going to get you
I'm not going to say a word for the rest of the segment. Go ahead.
You're going to say it. Did you see what Bryce Sensabaugh did at the Summer League? Don't do that. You play the game. Bryce Sensabaugh. Oh, little Sensi. Little Bryce. Little Sensabaugh. Bryce Sensabaugh for the Jazz had 37 points in the Salt Lake City Summer League. They beat Memphis 112-111. That was a record at that Summer League. That was really cool. He did it on 9 of 14 shooting, had 13 of 14 free throws. Until the last one, he was getting serenaded with MVP chants. That's kind of funny at a Summer League game. He joked that he got overrated chants when he was in high school, said that it spooked him on the last free throw, but also said that was pretty cool. He was an outstanding freshman when he was here. We wish we could have gotten more done with that team. A little Buckeye Hoops update. We do not have a Bryce type of guy as a freshman this year. Amari Bynum, Miles Hero, Matthew Grujicic, who came in late. He's going to be an interesting prospect. They're going to have the chances to develop and make their mark. Dorian Jones wasn't going to be a Sensabaugh, but he was the guy that just decommitted. A little more EA Sports college football things that are floating around. Coaches are actually in the game for the first time. Now, Belichick, Deion, some of these other guys not doing it, but 3 coaches got CEO archetypes, which is the top little label that the game allows. Kirby Smart for Georgia. You are a son of a bee. Yeah. Clemson's Dabo Swinney. And Ryan Day. That's the third. That's the third guy that got that label. Smart and Dabo topped the coaching grades with an 80. That's the best. Day then got a 72. And then the rankings go Sark, Lanning, Franklin, and Freeman. Then Kalen DeBoer. Then Brian Kelly. And then your favorite, Lane Kiffin. Those were the only coaches to rank above a 60.
All right, what else you got? Come on. Oops, I talked. I'm sorry. No talking. Starting now.
OSU. Your fingers on the trigger.
I'm not doing anything. I'm done now.
Swimming World Championships are coming up.
Swimming, come on.
World Championship coming up in Singapore in a few days. And a lot of Buckeyes are going to be competing. I guess we've got a lot of talented Canadian swimmers in the program. So good luck to all the Buckeyes going out there to compete.
Yeah, then the Canadian swimmers are going to go in the Olympics and compete for Canada, which would be against the rules.
Right. You say that they should
if you're
get the American
doing
label,
your thing here,
they're Buckeyes.
You're making yourself great here. You're using our pools to practice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get the Prez on the line.
Our pools, right? Our universities. Also, I love Neil Shipley, former Ohio State golfer. He, wanted to play in the U.S. Open at Oakmont. He didn't qualify, but he's still a great player. He had a tied for 5th in his most recent Korn Ferry event. 22 under par, shot 6 under in his final round. So a nice tournament for Neil Shipley. Hopefully he is going to be on his way to being a full-fledged PGA Tour member.
Season's greetings, WBNS.
This is what it's become.
This is what it is.
Took 1 hour.
This is what it's always been.
It took 1 hour.
What do you think about that, Anna Nicole Smith?
Chris
quit farting. It's nasty, nasty.
Rest in peace. Sorry you're dead.
It's been
She's
a while.
hanging out with Toby Keith, farting in his mouth.
Toby's been gone a while.
His birthday today.
So is his birthday today, Toby Keith?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Congratulations, Toby. Too bad you're dead.
Why are we celebrating birthdays when someone's passed? Is that a thing we do in pop culture?
Whatever. This is one of them, huh, Teddy? This is one of them today.
Long pause.
Oh, yeah.
I have some good and bad Joe Burrow news to share with you coming up next. All right, we're going to get the show back on track, too. Okay? No more. Stop it, Ted. Be a professional.
God, you got the long ones, too.
Joe Burrow. That one, the one
What'd you
before
have,
was
a 17 second?
It was 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 whole seconds.
That's impressive.
Air blast from the cracky. And rapid fire coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on westbound 670 after Leonard Avenue. And we have another accident that's on eastbound 70 on the east side after Livingston Avenue. Police are on scene there causing some extra holdup. This report is sponsored by Meineke. Meineke, your one-stop shop for total car care with over 50 years of expertise and financing options that let you fix now and pay over time. You can trust your keys with Meineke. Engines, brakes, tires, oil, Meineke. Doing car care right. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees Wilson to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Looking back at my Awaken 180 goals, and very deep on the list was to beat my guy Austin Ward at golf. Well, played in the Marysville Marathon with him on Saturday, and let's just say, mission not accomplished. I got smoked. The biggest part, though, I wasn't lugging around those extra 75 pounds in that brutal heat while playing 36 holes. That was the real difference. I felt my stamina was way better. I'm not telling you you're going to be a scratch golfer, but you will be able to enjoy 36 holes, unlike I've been in years in the past. Online at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, it's Anthony. I actually enjoy the off season. Gives me a chance to be really active, travel, be on the move. But when my back started giving me pain, I wasn't going to just deal with it this time. I went to the Good Feet store. Their personally fit arch supports got my feet into their ideal alignment, and I could already feel the difference in my back immediately. And they educated me. I had no clue we actually have several arches under our feet, and those cushy over-the-counter insoles were not going to do the trick. So many people suffering with pain can benefit from their system. People with pain in their feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, hips, and more. I've been wearing my personally fit arch supports for a while now, and they've given me the motivation and confidence to be as active as I want to be. The Good Feet store thrives on being solution-oriented. Go in. The fitting is free. They want you to try them in the store and feel them for yourself. So get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City and on Polaris Parkway. Or check them out at goodfeet.com.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive, benefiting Life Care Alliance. You can help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. How can you help? Purchase new box fans and bring them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station, or you can buy online and ship fans directly to Life Care Alliance. The collection and distribution of fans is to assist residents who are at risk of heat stroke or heat exhaustion. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels in Wimbledon today. American Taylor Fritz, ranked number 5, and second seed Carlos Alcaraz advanced to the semifinals with wins. On the ladies' side, top seed Arena Sabalenka and 12th ranked American Amanda Anisimova were winners. Now that they've snapped their 10-game losing streak, Cleveland Guardians back at it, facing Houston tonight. Joey Cantillo pitching for the Guardians against the Astros' Hunter Brown. Cincinnati Reds trying to break a 3-game slide as they host Miami tonight. Yuri Perez pitching for the Marlins against the Reds' Nick Martinez. Columbus Clippers host Louisville tonight. National Hockey League Board of Governors and the Players Union ratified their new collective bargaining agreement. And among a number of things involved, an increase to an 84-game regular season starts 2026 and 27. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Got some big news today, Timmy.
I know.
After nearly 2 decades, what do you know? You don't know. You have no idea what I'm about to say.
I was testing you.
After nearly 2 decades, passengers going through airport security in the United States will no longer have to take their shoes off.
That's because you can just show them your Costco card.
That's right.
That's all you
That's
gotta
your
do.
license to fly.
You just need to have that gold star version, and you're good.
That's nice.
No shoes.
No shoes.
Keep the shoes on.
Keep them on. I guess we're not scared of the shoe bomber anymore. What was that dude's name?
I don't know.
Richard Ramirez?
That sounds right.
Richard Ramirez was Son of Sam? No.
That's Berkowitz.
Richard Ramirez was Night Stalker? Richard Ramirez?
You remember all the names of all these serial killers.
Teddy?
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Yeah.
All right. He was a good tag team. Richard Reed was the shoe bomber. Tried to use matches to ignite explosives hidden in his shoes on a flight from Paris to Miami. That was back in December of 2001. I was actually talking about this with Fishy today because he said to you sort of in jest, like, hey, remember September 11th? Like, yeah, I remember. But we actually do have people working here that don't. I mean, they've learned about it because it's American history. It's world history. One of the biggest impactful days in this country.
But there were some employees here that were just so young when that date occurred.
We're not even born, right?
Well,
we have people under 24 here, don't we?
I guess we might have some that are right on the line there. I think Rhyme Time might be one of the youngest we have. He's older than that, though. I mean,
has Rhyme Time ever
married.
heard of September 11th? He doesn't know the Beatles.
He knows the Beatles. He just couldn't name a member.
Billy Mays, the pitchman from TV who died, is Willie Mays.
Yes.
The Hall of Fame baseball player.
Billy Mays. Say hey, Billy Mays. Hayes.
Say hey.
That's right.
Say hey here for OxyClean.
Hi.
So anyway, don't take your shoes off. But there's conflicting reports. Because I guess in Syracuse, the airport in Syracuse, they're letting people just go right on through. But at O'Hare in Chicago, they're still saying take your shoes off. I don't know if the Pony Express didn't get to Chicago, if it's just going to travel west to spread the word.
Maybe this is just TSA was not on the ball, but I swear, I mean, and I'm not traveling a lot.
TSA wasn't on the ball?
I'm just saying.
No, say it ain't so, Joe.
I'm saying, and I don't travel by air a ton. You don't either. You take 1 or 2 trips a year. But there were some airports that were not making you take electronics out of your bags, not making you take off your shoes, and then you'd get to the next airport, and then they were.
I got all the special
both
stuff.
Of those things.
I got the TSA pre, and I've got the scan the iris.
So you're pretty much just going.
I'm going right on through.
Right on through.
I don't even take my machete out of the bag anymore.
They're just like, sir, come right over here. You are.
I swear, it's
you're
for
good
clipping
to
my
go.
toenails.
They're big,
huge.
They're mean.
Mess you up. After 1 year, the series Quarterback returns on Netflix. Sorry, they didn't do one last year, so I guess 2 years ago.
They went quarterback. They didn't get enough quarterbacks apparently that were interested in being featured, so they went and they did a receiver season. They didn't get the buzz or the return for that show that they wanted, so now they've got Joe Burrow and some others.
Yes, Joe Burrow and Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins. It debuted today on Netflix, and you sent me a little clip from the show.
Yeah.
Where it was Joe Burrow during the Titans game last year where his offensive line kept jumping off sides, and he lost his mind.
I can remember, I mean, Jack and I watch every single Bengals game together. We watch them closely, too, and we were both having a good time watching that exchange on TV, obviously getting no audio at all. You can see how Joe Burrow was frustrated.
Well, because Zach Taylor comes over to him and tries to, calm him down.
He's really just trying to say, hey, good job today, great drive. And
it's not great.
Yeah, Zach was just trying to say, hey, good win. We're going to win this game 37-27. And Joe just wasn't having it. And I agreed with Joe because watching that game, yes, they scored 37 points, but they were leaving so much out there on the field, and Tennessee is not good. And to give up that much on defense, too, clearly that side of the ball was a problem. And I think Joe just hit a point where winning the game was fine, but we piddled around for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season again and dug ourselves a big hole. And I think just playing that poorly despite winning just bothered him. And you could easily lip read the F that, it's not fine, it's embarrassing, it's pathetic. He's like, I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it right now.
When I was a kid, I still do find it fascinating, but I loved the behind the scenes stuff. Like I loved to watch the Michael Jordan documentaries.
Yeah.
Because that was just, to me, that was the best thing in the world. So if you're a Bengal fan, if you have kids that are Bengal fans, they'll get a kick out of it. Yes, there's language, but
that's football.
That's
how they play.
I'm not going to tell you how to run your house. You have your own standards. I'm just saying, for me, it wouldn't be a problem because it's passionate, it's intense, there's language. But I understand if people are leery about that. One other thing we learned in the show, and we heard about this last year, was that Joe Burrow was going to buy a Batmobile.
Yeah.
All right. He was going to buy a Batmobile. It was going to be awesome. There was like 3 of them in the whole world, and he was going to get one of them. Well, he revealed that since he had the big robbery, the big burglary at his house last year, that he wound up not getting the Batmobile.
Yeah.
So he didn't get it.
Yeah. And it really is, again, I find it sad. People are going to have their opinions and say, he's earned $145 million in his career. Why should we feel bad for him, if he can't buy his Batmobile? But there's still, I think...
he can buy it. He
just doesn't want to.
He's
choosing not to.
He's scared of it getting ripped off or something.
I was going to say, I think the thing we could have compassion for as people is for someone... The Batmobile, yeah. Not being able to buy the Batmobile when you were thinking about buying the Batmobile, that's too bad. But having your home invaded, I think his girlfriend was just chilling at the place when it happened. So that's a little scary. And Of course, we've read about these high-end burglars that have been targeting athletes all over the country. And
didn't they catch him?
I think they
thought they caught them all. And they're all stupid because they were on social media taking pictures of their loot.
The loot.
Look what I did.
Look at this. Well, how are you going to sell that now, right?
Well, they caught them. They're stupid.
What essentially are you going to do with that? You got to have like a pipeline to get it out of the country and just get it sold for whatever.
Timmy. They have something, right? They go to the pawn shop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't just sort of do that, brag about it on social media.
It's almost like
they're professionals.
They're stupid. They're idiots. This was in The Athletic. Who did this? Scott
Dochterman?
Doberman ranked college football's top 100 rivalries. And I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone, even though Adam King was trying to downplay it yesterday.
What was he doing? Why was he downplaying?
He's talking like a loser.
About the playoff and all that.
Doesn't matter anymore.
We've heard time and time again.
Talking like a loser, just like Michigan talked like losers when they couldn't win the game.
Did you hear what Jeremiah Smith said in his recent article?
I heard him.
Seems to be doing just fine.
So anyway, Michigan, Ohio State, the number one rivalry. The rest of the top 10 looks like this. Auburn, Alabama, number 2. Oklahoma, Texas, number 3. Army, Navy, 4. USC, Notre Dame, 5. Nebraska, Oklahoma, 6. Miami, Florida State, 7. Okay. Ohio State, Penn State, 8. Florida State, 9. And Minnesota and Wisconsin wrap up the top 10.
Minnesota and Wisconsin. I think that's the Paul Bunyan's axe, baby.
That's a big game.
Chop you up with that axe.
But I said this was listed the top 100. There are other Buckeye games that are also on this list. Maybe you're saying, I can't think of another rivalry game. Well, you're not thinking hard enough, because I'll tell you about it coming up next. Plus, I got fast food news for you. Very important.
Big stuff.
Fast food. Don't miss it. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a couple minutes slowdown if you're on southbound 270 on that west outer belt between Cemetery Road and I-70. And you're going to hit a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between King Avenue and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank, and refresh the vibe with 69-cent large big gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
If the HOA has your face on a wanted poster because of your hideous garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Let's be honest, we could all use a little vacation from the ordinary. But with Tim Hortons' new refreshers, you don't need to pack your bags. Just sip, relax, and enjoy your refreshing 16-ounce vacation. With tropical mango packed with real pineapple and mango pieces. And strawberry watermelon kiwi featuring real pieces of strawberry and kiwi. Also, try it with lemonade or coconut milk. A choose-your-own taste bud adventure. Head to Tim's for the new refreshers. Your 16-ounce vacation awaits. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
We've all got our daydreams, right? Little things, big things, things you know one day you'll do. Then out of nowhere, cancer. And all your plans don't change a bit. I would know. I'm about to jump out of an airplane with my dad. Our first time skydiving solo, and my second year since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health. All right, Dad, let's go. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans.
The Fan is the official station of summertime. Sipping on a lemonade, the smell of fresh cut grass in the air, and Common Man playing fart noises on the radio. Was that a fart? Ah, summer. The Fan, Ohio's summer destination.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit to keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and relatively low humidity on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the upper 60s. Light winds and partly cloudy skies. But after a dry start, scattered showers and storms moving back in Wednesday afternoon and evening. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
They refer to each other as stupid, so they must get along.
We fight a lot, but at the end of the day, it's okay, because we really do hate each other. Mm-hmm.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Fish came in, handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow, and what a day it's going to be here on The Fan. Let me tell you about it. T-Bone and Tyvis, they're on from 6 to 9 in the morning. It's a fantastic show. Please do listen to it. They're going to talk to Cardale Jones coming up at 8:30. Anytime Tyvis and Cardale get together, secrets come out, hilarity ensues. Please listen to it. Adam Schefter will be on Rothman and Ice at 12:30. Tomorrow on this show, we think Leather Jacket Time with Nicole Sheeran. She's on TV. Not on TV. She's on vacation. One of her many that she takes. This, I think, is her drunken girls vacation, not the family vacation.
No, she just had that last week. I just saw a bunch of things on her Instagram.
I think she's still there.
Oh, it's going into week 2.
I think she's still drunk.
It could be.
Yes.
Hey.
So Nicole at 3:30, name dropping with Jeff Rimmer at 5:30 tomorrow. Rivalries. Some dude from The Athletic listed the 100 best college football rivalries, and Ohio State, Michigan, number 1. Not a surprise. Ohio State and Penn State, number 8. Do we consider it a rivalry? I know that we play it every single year. We have played it every single year since Penn State joined the conference, but I guess it is. I just don't know if it's worthy of number 8 on the list.
It's like you said. I do consider it a rivalry just because a game doesn't get played every single year. It doesn't mean that there isn't some history involved, that you still wouldn't consider it a rivalry. But for the most part, I think if it's going to be ranked that high, you want to have these matchups going on an annual basis.
There is another Ohio State game on this list coming up in at number 84. It is Ohio State and Illinois.
Oh, the turtle.
It's the wooden turtle, which it started out, by the way, first year as a real turtle. And the idea was, well, these turtles, they live to be 150. We'll just keep passing along the same turtle every single year.
You just got to take good care of that turtle.
After the first year, turtle dead. Turtle go bye-bye. So then they have a wooden turtle. It's called the Illabuck. And that is the air quote trophy that we play for against Illinois.
Peter was not going to like using that real trophy. But I did see that our friend Tyvis Powell, he actually was giving some quotes to one of these guys in The Athletic that were doing this story. He said the only way, this is about the Ohio State and Michigan game, by the way. Like he says, and you've heard Tyvis speak on this before, that it's not going to lose its significance as long as they are still playing. And he said the only way it could get diminished is if they don't play anymore. If one team left the Big Ten, that's the only way this wouldn't be the best rivalry in sports. As long as they continue to play this game, there's nothing that will be better.
That's what I said to King yesterday. Adam King was filling in for you yesterday. And I know what he was trying to say. We won the national championship last year. And so we've proven that it doesn't matter what happens in the Michigan game. You can still go out and win the national championship. And I understand that to a point.
Well, define matter.
Well,
you know?
That's right. It does matter. And I said to him, well, good thing we can all walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yeah.
You can accomplish both goals.
There's multiple goals that are on their list every single year, and that starts with winning that game.
One of those is doable every single year, and it's not winning the national championship.
Right.
But beating Michigan is doable every single year.
And I kind of agree with the people that say at this point, and I have to preface it by saying it's because they just won the national championship. Winning a national championship, everybody knows, sure, it takes some heat off of you. But I don't know if it takes the rivalry heat. It doesn't take that pressure. I still think we're going to feel it. And I am not in this boat where I believe that we're just going to waltz up to Ann Arbor and storm them.
Ryan Day feels it now.
We think that every year.
He feels it now.
For everybody that's thinking that right now, I just want you to come back to reality. I don't care what you think about their status with what these NCAA sanctions are going to do to them mentally, physically, with their coach, otherwise, with their roster. It doesn't matter. Like the type of spread on this last game, what were the Buckeyes favored by? Was it the biggest point spread in rivalry history?
No.
When they hosted Michigan this past year?
It wasn't,
but it was big.
It was big.
It was a 3-touchdown point spread, and look what happened. Lose that game. So I am not believing that they just automatically go up there and win that game, but I can see people that say winning that game in 2025 is a little bit more on the importance list than just winning another national championship. You got to get that thing done. It's time for that streak to stop.
All right, some fast food news for you. First of all, this is making national press. It says McDonald's adds daily double burger to menu. It's always been on the menu. At least here it has. It says it was on the menu in Chicago, Miami, and Seattle, but will be available nationally through 2025. Well, I've been banging with the Daily Double for a long time. Matter of fact, I came on this show about a year ago and said, don't sleep on the Daily Double.
I feel like a McDonald's idiot sleeping on the Daily Double.
Well,
I'm usually getting the double cheese or the McDouble.
It's a mayonnaise-based product, which I know you have a problem
I'm not typically going to choose that.
It's the shredded lettuce. It is the slivered onions like you have on the Quarter Pounder. It is a tomato. And it's mayonnaise.
Okay. So it's
on a double beef cheeseburger
It's
patty.
Basically, how far off is that from the old Big and Tasty? That's a retired sandwich.
Big and Tasty
That had
was
cheese,
one
right?
singular patty, but it was, yes, that was like that.
Okay. So it's not that far off because they don't have a lot of just lettuce, tomato
No, they don't.
sandwiches there.
Anyway, Daily Double is always a good value burger. Don't sleep on it. I recommend it. Apparently, it's nationwide now. I always thought that it was. They're also adding some spicy options for breakfast.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in this, though, because I know they're bringing back the chicken for breakfast. I thought maybe they were bringing spicy chicken in for breakfast, but they're not. They're going to do a spicy McMuffin and a spicy sausage McMuffin, and spicy sausage McMuffin with egg. Essentially, it's their thing, right? It's everything they do. And then they add some of the spicy sauce they put on the spicy version of the McCrispy. It's spicy mayonnaise, which I am not a huge fan of. I like spicy sauces. I like spicy mayonnaise. For some reason, theirs does not hit me the right way.
Yeah.
But if it does hit you the right way, you can now get it for breakfast.
I would prefer something that has like a collaboration with a Mike's Hot Honey. That's the only thing that I would recommend. And I'm sure there's a lot of people because, again, tons of mayo lovers out there. I also loved how our guy Fish sent you and me a text that just sort of went through the evolution of mayonnaise, and I just couldn't make it through the first 8 seconds of the video, or just showed it dripping out of a container.
Teddy, no likey mayonnaise either, right?
It's disgusting.
What's the matter with you?
It's terrible.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Tim.
It's made of things that I enjoy, but when you put it all together, it's just
whatever.
Mike's Hot Honey. I think that would be nice.
How about this?
That's great on breakfast item on bacon.
You're bringing the chicken biscuit back.
Oh, my
right?
God, yeah.
You do the chicken biscuit with the Mike's Hot Honey on that chicken.
Yep.
Woo! Now, we can make that at home.
Sure.
You can get it to go and then put it on at home. But you know what a little thing of that Mike's Hot Honey costs?
It's a lot.
It's
I know.
like $12.
Yes. And that's maybe what, like a 6-ounce bottle? If that, maybe a 4-ounce bottle? But you know what the move is, too? If you just want a really good breakfast sandwich, I'm not sleeping on any of McDonald's classics. You know where I stand on a good old Mickey D's breakfast. Big breakfast, whether you're enjoying the bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese. I don't even care what the vessel is. It can be any of them. The McGriddle, the biscuit, the bagel.
Don't forget about the bagel.
The McMuffin.
That's my claim to fame in life is bringing back the bagel.
There's no bad sandwich. There really isn't. I don't know why you wouldn't want the egg and the meat to go with the cheese. I know there's 3 different variations,
Some
right?
people don't like the egg.
Sometimes you just get the sausage with no egg. Sometimes you get the egg with no meat. To each their own. There's something for everybody there. But for a chicken move, you gotta swing by a Bojangles. I don't know how many locations we have in town. I think there's a second one. I'm not off the top of my head sure where it is because we have one right near me by the Bernards in Hilliard. That is a banger of a breakfast chicken biscuit, and they've got honey for days in there. You can take 10 packets of honey if you want. It's not hot honey, but it doesn't matter. It is glorious. I use 2 packets, one for each side of the biscuit, and it just blends in with that chicken patty.
Well, McDonald's, they got honey, too, because they got honey for the nuggets.
They do have pure
I'm
honey.
sure you can ask for honey.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe they charge you for it. Like
they've got the pure honey that is in the little boat. It's in the little plastic container.
Correct. Yeah.
So
not like a ketchup packet.
Not like Bojangles. They have the little packets.
Popeyes does a packet of honey too.
The good move at McDonald's. Do you do this when you remove the top of the honey? Do you
lick it?
Lick.
Absolutely. You don't want that honey to go to waste.
It's a good lick.
You got to lick the top, right, Teddy?
Woo!
You got to really,
you got to get in there.
Taste buds in there.
You got to get that tongue in there, and it's a good sticky lick.
The bumblebees don't give honey, do they?
Huh?
Honeybees do.
Right, but bumblebees don't do anything with honey, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they just sting you.
No, they don't sting. They're friendly. The bumblebee, you can pet them.
Carpenter bees are like that.
I'm outside in the garden. The bumblebees just come over, say hello. They almost want me to pet them. I don't.
They're big too. They're like
huge,
flying
squirrel. Huge,
bigger.
All right, rapid fire in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a couple minutes slowdown due to an accident that's on South High Street between Moeller and Greenlawn Avenue. And watch out for another accident that's on the left shoulder of westbound 670 after Leonard Avenue. Police are on scene there, causing delay. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco or burrito or both. Try Taco Bell's new crispy chicken taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter. Declare your independence on the open road with RCD RV. July 5th through 19th. Shop 650 plus RVs now at rcdrv.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
This summertime, it's Modelo time. Whether you're poolside or curbside, kick it with an ice cold Modelo. Time to fire up the grill and turn up. Time to reach for a crisp Modelo or the refreshing lime and salt flavors of Modelo Chelada. Time to raise one to summer, and time to stock up on Modelo before summer is gone. Drink responsibly. Beer and flavored beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save up to $30 on auto repair with their AAA Triple Play. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid July 1st through July 31st. See store for details.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
The only show that can bring a dead queen back to life. This is Common Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. People are hitting me up now telling me that bumblebees do make honey.
Oh, really?
They just don't make a lot of honey.
Okay.
Honeybees just make it and make it and make it.
They're the ones that are letting us have all the honey that we have on the shelves.
I don't know if they let us have it. But
we're taking it.
We take it from them.
Yes.
I also learned not too long ago that vegans don't use honey.
Because it comes from the bees?
I guess I never thought of it that way.
It comes from an insect/animal.
All right.
Again, they're like flying dogs or squirrels. They're so big. May as well. They're fuzzy, too. Like you could pet them.
Now we're back on bumblebees.
Bumblebees got the fuzzy. Yeah. Carpenter bees are fuzzy, too, aren't they?
You don't want to pet like a yellow jacket, though.
No.
They're nasty.
No.
They'll come right at your face.
Yeah. Yep.
Mess you up.
Yep.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling. From sump pumps and water heaters to full heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks tackles it all. Call 614-232-2222.
All right, Teddy, rapid fire number 1.
All right, we were just talking about the top rivalries that the Athletic had put together. Now, excluding the Buckeyes in Michigan, what would be your guys' top 3 college football rivalries to watch?
I like Army-Navy because they always have a captive audience and because it means so much to the armed forces community. Another thing that I think sort of gets lost in the shuffle. I mean, it's not big boy college football in terms of it matters what happens in terms of playoff seeding or anything like that, but I like Harvard-Yale. Like, if I see that on TV, I stop and I watch some Harvard-Yale.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good pick. You got a third one? Stop at those 2?
No. Notre Dame, USC.
I got to see an Army-Navy game when I was in high school, and that was an outstanding experience. I went up there to Baltimore, and that's been 20-plus years now. I would love to do it again. And I don't think they do this because the way that they've, put that game out to neutral sites, basically. But to see a game at Mikey Stadium, I know we're talking about rivalries, but take a look. Google image Mikey Stadium where Army plays their home games. It's up on the, I think that's the Hudson River that winds its way up there.
It is,
if I'm not wrong. Okay, good. It is an outstanding backdrop, and with the parachuters for a game, really special. I'm going to go, though, for Big Ten flair. You mentioned it back there. You're playing for that axe. I want to say that there's been 134 meetings when you're talking about Wisconsin and Minnesota. A battle of the North, a true battle of the North right there. That's another one for me to go with Army-Navy.
Rapid fire number 2.
Joe Klatt, he has Illinois as his top team to most likely make their first college football playoff this year. Do you buy the Illini hype this year?
I think it's warranted.
I like how that's a hot take now. I saw people say, can you believe that Joe Klatt picked the Illini? Well, can you believe that the Illini were one stupid loss away from making the college football playoff last year? They were very good.
I mean, Indiana made the playoff last year. Why could Illinois how long has Luke Altmaier been under center there? He seems like a guy that knows the system, can make some plays. He's not going to be one of the 5 best quarterbacks in all of college football.
I don't buy the hype that they're going to win the conference. But if you're asking me, do they have a shot of being one of the 12 playoff teams? And yes, I think so.
Prime dark horse candidate.
As you see, their total for them this year, over under on wins and losses. With the wins, it's 7.5.
7.5.
I thought that was low.
Let's go
to Hollywood Casino.
Yeah,
and
I think we should make
get
that
to the
bet.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
I definitely like them for in that 9 window, like they were last year.
Rapid fire number 3.
Joe Burrow. We were talking about this earlier too. How he was chatting about he had an opportunity to buy the Batmobile car. If you guys could purchase any movie memorabilia, what would you guys purchase?
Timmy?
Oh, man. What? I was watching the beginning of Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade a couple of months ago. What is that cross that River Phoenix is chasing down at the beginning of the film? You know the one I'm talking about.
It's a cross. That's what it is.
The Silver Cross.
It's a cross.
From Jerusalem.
Cross of Coronado.
The Cross of Coronado. How do you pull that? Yeah.
Man, you're really quick with info when we don't need it.
I love my Indiana Jones. Watched Dial of Destiny the other night. Fantastic.
Not my favorite. Stick with that early trilogy.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about like Batmobile, since I was a kid, I wanted a tricked out DeLorean time machine with the flux capacitor and all that stuff. That's what I would go with. I'd go with the time machine.
Here I am taking a stupid cross.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Car that, I mean,
it doesn't really go back in time, Timmy. I don't want to spoil it for you, but all eyes on me when I drive down the street in that thing.
Maybe my cross is worth like $6 million or something. I'm just going to hope for the best. I mean, it is a prized artifact. I mean, guys are willing to kill each other for it.
It is a quality item.
You mind me asking how much that set you back?
Rapid fire number 4.
I heard you guys talking about this earlier, your favorite hamburgers. So tell me, what's your best value fast food hamburger?
How are we defining value?
Well, like
a double cheese is like $3.30 now. Is that a value?
You take the taste, like this is really good, and for the price of it, I think I'll go with this. So maybe it is that one.
I hate to break it to you, but that is the value burger. I mean, literally, it is. You get a McValue deal. You can get one and get the second one for $1.
That's the McDouble.
I'm talking about but they still offer those deals. You could get a double cheeseburger. You can't get the double cheese and throw the add-on for $1. Get the other sandwich.
Yeah, I think you
that's
can.
In that grouping.
Yes, you can. That's right. You can't get the $5 meal deal with the double cheese.
You can do that with the McDouble, though?
Yeah.
Boy, there's a lot of confusing differences here. But no, that one...
Are you talking about a tremendous burger? The cow. I can't do a chicken sandwich.
No, just a burger.
Burger.
Okay.
It's a burger.
I understand.
Next week, I'll put a chicken in there.
I'm just clarifying. That's all. Relax.
Yeah, hamburger or cheeseburger.
Relax.
Are you talking about earlier like Shake Shack and Five Guys?
No, that's not a value.
That's not value. No.
Yeah. I will go. I'm gonna go with a White Castle slider.
What is a single slider these days? Tell me we're not at $1 for a slider.
Oh, you're over $1 for a slider.
Oh my gosh, are we?
You gotta be.
What are you? To have a perfect experience at a White Castle, what are you getting? 6?
Well, are all bets off? Or is it just a regular lunch and I'm trying not to crap my pants?
Let's start with a regular lunch, not crap.
Regular lunch, I get the number one combo, which comes with four burgers and a fry or a mozzarella stick side. Okay, but if it's just me going to town and I pull the pin, I'm getting a 20.
Oh, my.
Now, I may not eat all the 20, but you know what? I am.
I respect it.
I am going to eat all the 20.
I respect it.
What are they going for now, Teddy?
Just a regular slider.
Regular slider, no cheese.
$1.25, approximately.
Okay. $1.25. And they go down as you get the value meal, right?
The more you buy, the cheaper they are.
If you get that 4-pack. What do they have? The Crave box? Is that still a thing there?
Crave case.
That's probably not enough sliders in there for you to do the 20. They probably throw 10 in there.
They got a sack of 20.
A sack?
They got a sack. Buy them by the sack.
Sack or a box to get all those in there. We had them recently at work, and they are still a tasty treat.
Breaking news. White Castle, good.
Yeah, it's good. They're just so different than any other burger item out there.
If you want that taste, it's the only thing that's going to satisfy you.
It's only you. Yeah.
What are you going with?
They're good. I'm going
double
with
cheese.
I'm going with the old dog, the double cheeseburger.
McDonald's double
$1
cheese.
menu item back in the day. Still $3.59, but for a double patty and what you're getting, the 2 cheese slices, that's pretty good.
Rapid fire number 5.
Today is National Freezer Pop Day. Now, what's your guys' go-to ice cream treat that you can get out of your freezer?
As opposed to out of the oven?
No, going to like Dairy Queen or McDonald's.
Right.
So you buy it at the grocery
It's like
store.
out of your freezer.
Yeah.
Well, can I just get a pint of ice cream?
No. I think we're going with like
You want a novelty?
A non-ice cream. Like it could be ice cream based, but I think it's got to be like a drumstick type of category.
Or a sandwich,
ice cream
or
pop, sandwich, Klondike bar.
Yeah.
Looky here.
We did
I
this
like all
last
these
week.
things. If I'm going just totally old school, it's an ice cream sandwich.
Good.
Just a good old-fashioned ice cream sandwich. But if it's one of these newfangled things, I sound like I'm 100 years old.
Going with like a Dove bar.
No, Dove can kiss my ass.
A Magnum.
Oh, it's a double caramel Magnum.
A double caramel Magnum.
My God.
Nothing like
it just drips down your chin. The chocolate is so good. The caramel stays liquefied in the freezer. I don't know how they do it or what chemical they put in there. And the ice cream itself is just good quality vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
That is a good American wholesome product. And I said good American product. It's probably made by a Dutch company. I have no idea.
I'm sure it is.
But anyway, it's delicious.
I also don't know what this was, but I was at the Meijer and I was looking at all the frozen treats because we did this last week when you were out. We did a top 5 frozen treats, and there still might be some left
Thanks
in the
for
freezer
waiting for
out
me.
there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem about that. But I was looking at this Hudsonville. You ever seen this brand?
No.
Hudsonville, and it's like a salted caramel ice cream bar. It was really delicious, but my all-time favorite is still will always be a classic Dreamsicle. Orange and vanilla.
You're out of your
Orange
mind.
and vanilla.
Look, Dreamsicle's,
Out of your mind?
Dreamsicle's fine if you got nothing else. But if you got some good, like a double caramel Magnum, you're going for a Dreamsicle? I'm putting you right in the home.
You're fit for a straitjacket,
You're out of
man.
your mind.
I'm not gonna besmirch
Teddy.
an ice cream sandwich,
Teddy,
but the way
I got
that
two
you get
things
at
in
me for
front
the
of you.
classics.
I got a Dreamsicle, which is one step above a popsicle, really. All right?
please.
I got a Dreamsicle, and I got a double caramel Magnum on the stick.
Tim, I do love
Teddy gives that meh.
I do love the Dreamsicles. I do love them
Okay,
too, but
right.
I am taking the Magnum.
Of course you
yeah.
are, because you're a sane person.
You know what? I'm bringing you a box of Dreamsicles.
No, I don't want it.
And I'm going to get you some orange cinnamon rolls, too.
I
from
don't want it.
Pillsbury.
I don't want it.
I'm bringing you the...
What is your obsession
backing up the
with all
orange
things
truck.
orange?
Citrus. Delicious.
Citrus. All right, the world's going to change tomorrow. I'm going to tell you why coming up next. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is starting to slow down due to an accident that's on Hilliard Rome Road at Renner Road. You're also going to hit some slower traffic due to a crash that's on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after 315. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. From hobbyists and machine shops to manufacturers and maintenance departments, visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
Let me tell you, some days there's nothing better than a quick refresh. So switch it up and refresh your day at Speedway with the 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks and all your favorite snacks. Speedy Rewards app required, valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gahanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Guys, it's D. Miller. Don't live with tiredness and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy at Low T Center. Take the test, get fast results, and start your TRT with Columbus's leading experts in men's health. Now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app, an innovation in healthcare technology you won't find anywhere else. Download now or book an appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com. Once again, that's fixmylowt.com.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Just heard Brandon Beam bragging about finally beating me in golf. Cute story. Let's set the record straight. I lost my 50 pounds with a Wicked 180 first. Brandon saw my results, heard about my golf game, and thought, hey, I better do that too. Sure, Beam had some decent drives last weekend, but who carried the team when the shots really mattered? If your goal is to walk 18, drop 5 pant sizes, reduce your medications, just do exactly what I did. First, choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no! Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Central Ohio is home to a lot of sporting events that bring in millions of dollars of economic impact to our town. These events are huge for the city, providing revenue for local businesses, job creation, infrastructure development, and many other benefits. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, President of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they help local businesses prosper year-round.
Thanks, Bobby. We truly value our local businesses and the opportunity to work alongside them as partners. Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job.
Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs.
Right on the target, Travis. We understand the business climate in Central Ohio, and we will help you reach your goals.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
A show with copious amounts of fart sounds. Emphasis on copious.
Oh no, I get a fart, but I don't know which way to lean.
This is Man and Timmy.
Give me a number, Dope.
How about number one?
Caller number one.
This is the best
ice
cream treat I'm
Timmy's
find.
eating a dreamsicle. I got a Klondike bar. That's a Heath-flavored Klondike bar, but it tastes nothing like Heath. I don't get any Heath. I don't get any toffee notes out of this thing.
Okay, I guess you're not welcome then. No toffee notes?
Did you get any when you had one of these?
I'm sure I got toffee.
No. I want bits.
Yes.
I want bits of toffee.
Okay, well, you're asking
in the ice cream.
You're asking for an explosion of toffee flavor. I'm sure you got notes.
No.
You're asking for the entire song.
No. I call number one. 614-821-9710 gets a family 4-pack of tickets to the Good Guys 27th Summit Racing Nationals, July 11th through the 13th at the Ohio Expo Center. Check out over 6,000 of the country's coolest hot rods, muscle cars, trick trucks, customs, and more, all on display. Passes are good for one of the days. For more information, visit goodguys.com.
Let me know, though. So, what is your short list of ice cream treats? As you take a nice, big, healthy bite of that Heath Klondike bar. Because Klondike, I believe our top 5 on last week's show, which, again, we did a 3-way list. It was me, it was Dane, it was Rhyme Time. We all had to kind of agree. Took some listener advice, too.
I trust those two.
Ice cream sandwich came in number 1 overall. We had a Klondike bar second. Dreamsicle, I vibe that Dreamsicle was going to be in that top 5.
Where's the Magnum?
We didn't have a Magnum.
Well, then your list is invalid. It's stupid. It's a dumb list.
Drumstick was in the top 5. I'm trying to remember.
That's like saying who's the best team in college football. Leave Ohio State off.
Okay.
It's stupid.
Okay.
Your list means nothing to me.
Come on.
You're trying too hard.
Frozen treats. I get it. The chocolate coated ice cream bar. It is a classic. I'm not hating on it.
You're going to
delicious.
You're telling me you'd rather have a Klondike bar that made your list, but a Magnum bar?
A Klondike bar is outstanding. It's classic.
Why do you keep saying classic? It's a lesser version.
It's not a lesser version.
Of what a Oh, man.
It's a giant block of ice cream covered with chocolate.
You're out of your... I can't do the shows anymore.
What is to criticize? Just because it doesn't have a stick going up its ace?
It's not the same quality.
It's good quality. It really is.
I don't know what to do anymore with this dumb show. You asked me my take. I'm giving you my take.
No, I appreciate
saying your take is garbage.
Right.
Garbage.
You love the Magnum.
Double caramel Magnum. Good old-fashioned ice cream sandwich. I'll put that up there.
Mm-hmm.
Drumstick. Original drumstick. Vanilla ice cream. Let's not get fancy.
And they got the nice like chocolate in the cone.
Oh, love that.
Oh my gosh.
Love that. So what is that, 3? We're just sticking with novelties, right?
Yeah, just like frozen treats.
How about the Oreo cookie ice cream
Like
sandwich?
that Oreo cookie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I especially like
sandwiches.
the mint.
Ooh.
They got a mint one.
I have to give the Oreo sandwich another try because the last time I had it, I didn't think that it was much of a cookie, more as like a fake kind of wafer that had Oreo printing on it. I need I need a cookie.
It doesn't have
sandwich.
the crispiness that you would have from an Oreo cookie.
I don't even need that crispiness. I could take a chewiness like an M&M cookie sandwich. That's really good. And if you want to step it up a little bit to go to like a place in town that does the cookie sandwich like no one else, that's the Witty at Wits.
Oh, I love it.
That thing is the size of your face. It is tremendous.
Love Wits. And those are out of bounds, right?
Those are out of bounds. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one spot left. Dare I go Choco Taco?
We thought about Choco Taco. That's good.
Choco Taco.
Choco Taco.
How you doing over there with that creamsicle?
It's really, really good.
Good?
This is just special.
Hey, the world's going to change tomorrow. I read this story. Where the hell is it? I'll continue eating. I don't know where it is. How you doing over there, Ted?
I'm just thinking about how the world's going to change tomorrow, and I'm getting scared or excited. I'm not sure.
I saw this on Live Science. Maybe it's Live Science. I don't know. One of the two. Live/Live Science. That the Earth is going to spin much faster over the next few months. Okay? And that's just starting tomorrow. That the Earth, I don't know how they know this, but they know it. The Earth is going to spin much faster. And so several days are going to get shorter. And so I saw that headline. I'm like, well, you've got me, right? I got to read up to see, what is it, like 8-hour days now? What are we doing?
Workday gets cut in half, too.
On July 9th, 22nd, and August 5th, the position of the moon is expected to affect Earth's rotation so that each of those days, is between 1.3 and 1.51 milliseconds shorter than normal. Milliseconds.
Yeah.
Why do we even care? What are we doing?
And as far as record keeping goes, we're just going to blow right by it. It's a discrepancy, right?
We have little discrepancies every single year, right?
I mean, there's all sorts of. I mean, I don't know about that. Being honest, I never really knew about the shortened days. I mean, sure, like when you're talking about sunlight, that's all.
Since the relatively early days of our planet, Earth's rotation has been slowing down, making our days longer. Researchers found that about 1 billion to 2 billion years ago, a day on Earth was only 19 hours long. This is likely because the moon was closer to our planet, making its gravitational pull stronger than it is now, and causing the Earth to spin faster on its axis. Fascinating.
Man, so in another billion years or so,
we'll be dead. Doesn't matter.
We're just going to have short little days.
You blow it up.
Half days, that's it. How are we going to change the calendars all around? Why don't we use that as the opportunity to go down to the 4-day work week?
Manny Machado recorded hit number 2,000 last night. You brought this stat up, and I think it's a great stat to share. Manny Machado, 2,000 hits. When it's all said and done, probably a Hall of Famer. Right? Not exaggerating.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in his age 32 season. He turned 33. So
he's 32 years old.
Still impressive numbers to have 2,000 hits.
He's 33 years old. He's got 2,000 hits. In his entire career, he doesn't have one season with 200 or more hits.
No, not one.
You brought up Albert Pujols, considered to be one of the greatest right-handed hitters of all time. Never had a 200-hit season. Ichiro, to start his career in Major League Baseball, started with 10 of them in a row.
10 straight.
200-hit seasons in a row.
10 straight 200-hit seasons, and the man was 27 years old. He came in to Major League Baseball, and the time clock was at 27, and he still made his way to 3,000 hits in his career. Really impressive. You brought up Pujols, though, one of the great hitters of all time. And the impressive part from looking at some of the stats going down a Baseball Reference wormhole was his crazy on-base percentage. In 10 straight years, with the exception of one where he was at like a 396 on-base percentage, well over 400. Never hitting like 75 or 80 strikeouts.
I'm not impressed.
Just impressive.
Not impressed.
Why not?
Barry Bonds.
Oh, my God.
You can say he was roiding out, and he was fine. A lot of guys are roiding out.
Barry at the end of his career.
Barry Bonds had an on-base percentage over 600.
He had a 609.
He had a 609 one year. He had over, 122 intentional walks?
He had he had to have over 200 walks that year. Every time he came to the plate.
20 intentional walks.
If there was anybody on base, they would just put him on.
Unbelievable. All right, I have a crazy stat to share with you coming up next. We're all about stats on this show, and it has nothing to do with the earth spinning on its axis. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Things are stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 17th Avenue. And you're also going to hit a slowdown due to an accident that's on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after 315. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco or burrito or both. Try Taco Bell's new Crispy Chicken Taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Cool cars, cool people, good time. It's the biggest and best hot rodding event of the year. The Buckeyes 27th Summit Racing Nationals presented by PPG. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Over 6,000 classics from across the USA. Shop the swap meet at Huge Fender Midway. See which rides take home the crown of the 2025 Classic Instrument Street Rods and PPG Street Machine of the Year. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center. Details at good-guys.com.
Back to Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook for an all-star game celebration and watch party. When? Tuesday, July 15th. Compete in our home run derby at 7 o'clock for a chance to win an incredible experience at an upcoming Reds game, plus a $250 gift card. So join On the Money's Dave Biddle and me, Scotty Vegas. Compete to win at 7 and enjoy the all-star game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at 8. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
I need my phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
When you walk up and down the stairs, do you feel a crunch in your knees? Or when you lift your arms above your head, you hear a click in your shoulders? Have you tried steroid shots and now they're suggesting surgery? Before you go under the knife, you should hear me out. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell, and I want to tell you about something that helped a lot of people get their lives back without getting more meds and without having to have surgery. It's QC Kinetics, leaders in regenerative medicine using the treatments like advanced cellular therapy and platelet-rich plasma, all designed to actually help your body heal itself. Their cellular treatment contains growth factors and healing properties to maximize your own body's ability to heal itself. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. Learn more about something that could be life-changing. A licensed medical provider will go over your x-rays or MRI and see if you're a good fit for these breakthrough treatments. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Mark your calendars for Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend, July 25th and 26th. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Seller. Wedding Weekend is back with incredible offers you won't want to miss. Enjoy buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and 10% off handcrafted custom bridal. We've had the guaranteed best price and an unmatched selection for over 78 years. Choose a jeweler you can trust and come see us July 25th and 26th at Diamond Seller on Salma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Are your leaky windows costing you money? Yes, they are. Right now, when you call my guys at Universal Windows Direct, you get payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Seriously, upgrade your home now and relax until next year. Call now and get a free in-home window and energy assessment. Choose the payment plan that's right for you. 614-502-5220 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.44%, APR 6.47% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. The National Hockey League Board of Governors and the Players Union have ratified a new collective bargaining agreement that, amongst numerous things, will include an increase to an 84-game regular season. The new deal begins with the 2026 and 27 season. Meanwhile, baseball, Cleveland Guardians, now that they've snapped their 10-game winning streak, try to get back-to-back wins as they play the second of their series in Houston tonight. Joey Cantillo pitching for the Guardians, Hunter Brown for the Astros. Cincinnati Reds trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, hosting Miami tonight. Yuri Perez pitching for the Fish, and Nick Martinez on the hill for the Reds. Columbus Clippers at home with Louisville tonight at Huntington Park. At Wimbledon today, American Taylor Fritz and second seed Carlos Alcaraz advanced to the men's semis with a win. Moving up to the ladies' side of the semis, Amanda Anisimova as well as Arina Sabalenka. This update brought to you by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com. Breaking sports news right here on The Fan.
#1 pizza expert and the #4 college basketball expert at the radio station.
Just from looking at your clothes and weight, I can tell you all watch a lot of free network television.
This is Man and Timmy.
All right, I got a stat for you. And then I'm going to offer our services to a beloved Central Ohio company.
Good.
Okay.
Before you give the stat, just real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Can we appreciate your shirt? Been waiting to bring this up.
Well, go ahead. Bring it up.
For anybody that is watching, I know we got a lot of people that check out the YouTube experience with the chat there. We say hello to you guys. You have been You must be in some kind of club. Remind me what you got going on here, because you have these different graphic tees that you bring out from time to time. You had the Pope one,
It is
which
my
is a classic.
Italian Shirt of the Month club.
You are in a club.
I get paid no money. Yes, I get paid no money to tell you about it. As a matter of fact, they take my money. It's hardcoreitalians.com. You can buy the shirts a la carte.
Yeah.
Okay. You can also subscribe to their Shirt of the Month club, and they send you a shirt every single month.
You're getting the shirt. Was this a Christmas gift? Or?
No, I bought it for myself.
Well, that's the gift that keeps on giving all
sometimes,
year.
Tim, you just need a little me time. That's what you need.
Of course you do.
So I got a Dean Martin shirt on today.
It's unbelievable. It's like 4 different headshots of the King of Cool here.
Dean Martin. And I was reminded by Skip Mossick that outside of Steubenville, which is where Dean Martin is from, there is the Dean Martin Expressway. And I don't know if you are allowed to drink while driving on the Dean Martin Expressway, but if we're really honoring Dean Martin, then you should. You should.
Let's not.
No,
though.
don't do that.
Let's stop short. But you are pairing that with the diamond-studded, fake diamond, obviously, studded football helmet.
Well, you gotta go gaudy. If I'm wearing a Dean Martin shirt, I mean, I gotta have a gaudy gold chain to go with it.
I mean, could we get like a glass of whiskey or something on the end of that chain, or a microphone or something to kind of go hand in hand with Dean?
What's your favorite Dean Martin song?
I don't know. When the moon hits the sky, your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Teddy.
A little Everybody Loves Somebody.
We don't have any in the system. I like Everybody Loves Somebody.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
All right, I've got a Paul Skeens stat.
Skeens. Oh, right. These are hard to listen to, these Skeens stats.
Now, look, we've talked about this. Ouch. He has 4 wins on the season. I understand that, wins are not everything in Major League Baseball, but at the same time, I mean, come on now. It was big news when Felix Hernandez won 12 games, and we voted him, meaning they, voted him the Cy Young Award winner.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Skeens is on pace to win 8 games. He's 4-7. All right. He has just 1 victory in his last 13 starts, despite having, in that stretch, a 1.72 ERA. How hard is it to lose a game like that? 13 starts. Last 13 starts, he has 1 victory, despite a 1.72. By the way, speaking of ruining good pitching performances, congratulations to the Guardians for snapping their 10-game losing streak last night. They got a victory in Houston. There you go. And the Reds lost to the Marlins. And Hunter Green's rehab start has been pushed back tonight. If you're going to Huntington Park to watch him, you will be sorely disappointed, but you will get Diamond Dog. So there's all that.
Diamond Dog is still a classic. I mean, they could cook those dogs a little bit longer, but it's still a classic feel. Is Skeens under team control for 5 years? I know there's going to be all sorts of trade talks about that.
It's his second year in the bigs.
Yeah, second year in the big league, so quite a while. But it is a shame to see such a generational talent with that little to work for. It's not the first time it's happened, but it's always a shame when it gets brought up for some of these mid-market teams that don't get guys like that all the time.
I want to offer up our services to a fine local company, and that fine local company is Wendy's.
Yeah, CEO's
the pride of Dublin, Ohio, looking for a new CEO after their dude is leaving for the Hershey Company.
It was like a stopover for him, right? Yeah.
Didn't take it seriously.
No, I mean, he was with the Pepsi for 30 years or something.
Let's recap.
1 year with Wendy's and then out to
stupid
Hershey?
Idiot did. Whose name I don't remember.
Come on, it's Kirk Tanner.
Kirk Tanner.
He's no Danny
took
Tanner.
The job, said hello to everybody, decided the future of Wendy's was to sell square raw hamburgers at Kroger like a lunatic.
Well, no, he got the bacon in there too.
I'm sorry, that's right. And Wendy's branded bacon like an idiot.
And then out.
And then decided to go work in Chocolateville.
Right.
In Hershey's. All right, so a new CEO is needed. Also, I was watching the CNBC this morning because I like to pretend like I know what's going on. They were focusing on the Wendy's stock. They were talking about it.
Down.
Taking a huge crap this year, down like 30%.
Man.
On the whole year. So you got a new CEO you got to figure out.
It's like their Krispy Kreme or something.
Your stock is down 30%. You know what? I'm not saying that we're qualified to be the CEO because we're barely qualified to drive cars and just live, Okay?
We're on the fringe of that.
So you hire somebody that actually understands business. But if you want to know about how to proceed in this very crowded, competitive fast food landscape, you want to talk about innovation and branding, look no further than what we're doing here. Teddy, look at Timmy over here. 2 years ago, Timmy was hosting at 6 o'clock, eating his own face, right? I mean, he was 2 seconds away from being fired every single day. Just
all
a
the time.
disgrace. A disgrace to this company, a disgrace to his family, all of it.
I was a man living on the edge. I was just trying to hang on by a thread.
We did our little branding polishing on Timmy, right? Some coaching, some electric shock therapy, and now...
Shine that up, attach things to my nipples,
now,
and then out you come.
He's hosting afternoons.
Yeah.
Okay? We've done it. We know how to brand. We're fat asses. We know how to eat. Bring us in. I'm telling you, your stock's going to rise. I can't guarantee a number. You know what? I can. 200%. 200% stock rise. You bring me and Timmy on. We're your puppet master CEO. New product innovation, all of it. And the first order of business that I'm going to have for you, Wendy's, is I'm taking an existing location. I'm taking out the blueprints from a Wendy's in 1987.
Yeah.
And I'm making an exact copy, a replica. We're going to do a super bar. We're going to do the newspaper print on the tables. We're going to do it all. And you're going to walk into a time machine and people will be so happy.
Oh man, we're going to have the glass curved lobby in the front of the restaurant. We're going to have that terracotta tile. When the grease gets on it, you slip and you crack the back of your head open. It's going to be nostalgic. So nice.
It's peace that they want.
Money that they have.
Money that they have.
We won't mind.
If you look around, you'll say it's only $20 per person.
Oh, and on that experience note, well, I'll save it. I got an idea for an experience because I think fast food experiences are something that we would look for, and I've seen this done. I think Wendy's needs to get in on it.
Okay, that's next?
Yeah, that's
a
coming
hell of a
up.
tease.
Yeah.
You know what else I'll tell you? Wendy's. A lot of people out there say that indoor fast food dining is dead. I was at the Culver's the other day. Standing room only, baby.
Good experience.
Standing room only.
I never get takeout at Culver's. Never.
We're going to do some work on the dine-in Wendy's experience. Okay?
Yes.
I'm not saying we're going to fully turn it into a restaurant, but it's going to have some qualities.
You're going to want to go there.
You're going to want to go.
You're going to want to take the family there.
That's exactly right. All redheads serving you food.
Like that party in Ireland. You don't even experience pain. We're going to come up there. We're going to jab you with forks. You'll just be happy. We're going to throw things at you.
Jimmy's got an idea. What is it for?
For Wendy's.
Wendy's, all right.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
That's right. I'm sorry. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. There's also a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. There's more to Taco Bell's Lux Cravings boxes than you'd expect. Unless you're expecting the choice between 3 lavish boxes of Taco Bell favorites, then you're spot on. Choose yours today. Only at Taco Bell for limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way. Give Bath R Us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $12,500 bathroom remodel with an additional savings of up to $3,000 plus low to no monthly payments. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Guys, the leader in TRT, Synergenics, and Low T Center introduced the Synergenics Health app. If you have been struggling to choose where to go for your TRT, look no further than Synergenics and Low T Center. The new Synergenics Health app is a superior innovation in healthcare technology that you won't find anywhere else. With the app, you can book appointments, view lab results, have face-to-face telehealth visits, receive medication reminders, order supplements, pre-check-in to visits, and more. Taking control of your health has never been easier. All you need to do is book an appointment or walk into any Synergenics or Low T Center before 10 a.m. The test is simple. It only takes about 20 minutes to get your results. Once you qualify, you can start treatment the same day. Other places charge hundreds of dollars just to get started, but for a limited time, the test is free. Treatment is covered by most major insurance, so treatment cost is minimal. Download the Synergenics Health app or book an appointment today by visiting fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Hey, it's Anthony. I actually enjoy the off-season. Gives me a chance to be really active, travel, be on the move. But when my back started giving me pain, I wasn't going to just deal with it this time. I went to the Good Feet store. Their personally fit arch supports got my feet into their ideal alignment, and I could already feel the difference in my back immediately. And they educated me. I had no clue. We actually have several arches under our feet, and those cushy over-the-counter insoles were not going to do the trick. So many people suffering with pain can benefit from their system. People with pain in their feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, hips, and more. I've been wearing my personally fit arch supports for a while now, and they've given me the motivation and confidence to be as active as I want to be. The Good Feet store thrives on being solution-oriented. Go in. The fitting is free. They want you to try them in the store and feel them for yourself. So get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City and on Polaris Parkway. Or check them out at goodfeet.com.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm getting married today.
You may now kiss the bride.
I'm also a firefighter and first responder. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're also making sure I can get to my wedding ceremony to start the next chapter of my life.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Let's all give them room to work. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
The big one is back. The Good Guys 27th Summit Racing Nationals presented by PPG. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Over 6,000 of the nation's baddest hot rods, muscle cars, and trick trucks. Don't miss Good Guys autocross racing action. A tire-smoking burnout competition. A pro street takeover. Earth-shaking Nitro Thunderfest. Meet the top builders in the industry and more. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center. Details at good-guys.com.
Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person, with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Blue skies, light winds, warm temperatures, and comfortable humidity on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the upper 60s with a dry start to your Wednesday. And during the day, partly sunny to start, more clouds and some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms to finish the day, ending up in the upper 80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Their favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Give me a number, Timmy.
Let's go number 4 this time.
Caller number 4, 614-821-9710. Gets a family 4-pack of tickets to the Monogram Homes Cardale Jones Celebrity softball game Saturday, July 19th at Huntington Park. It's Team Cardale against Team Braxton Miller. If you're not the winner, don't worry. Tickets can be purchased for $10 at BuckeyeCruise.com, and it all goes to a good cause.
What a lovely deal.
Tyvis Powell will be there trying to hit home runs and not succeeding.
Fun to watch, though. Fun to watch him try.
Wendy's is looking for a new CEO. So their guy up and left after just about a year on the job. He's going to work at Hershey's. I saw this morning that Wendy's stock is down 30%. Quite frankly, they need our help. You know, we are experts in very few areas, but in this area, I'm pretty certain that I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'll help them with new products and innovation and branding and refurbishment of their stores. First of all, I'm taking the new logo out. We're going back to the old Wendy's logo. All right? Everywhere you look.
The classic redhead.
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere you go.
The script, right? I don't like the... What is that,
yeah,
like italic script they have now?
Yeah.
I don't like
bold
it.
Italics, a little cursive.
I get hungry when I see the old Wendy's lettering.
You need that block lettering, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, they're going back to retro branding. I mean, that Miller Lite can, Burger King, Pizza Hut, we're all going back to the retro branding, and yet
I like
Wendy's
it. I think it's time.
Still thinks that they need to be in the future. You don't. You need to continue to make good product, of course. Give us special product and respect your past. Let people enjoy your past, not just in their minds, but in the flesh. Let them pay you to go to the super bar.
We're talking about a heritage brand, right? We're talking about a brand that means something to customers and families and has for
means something to me.
Decades and decades and decades. So we want to make sure that our commitment to quality is at the absolute highest. We need to put some feelers out there to some of these other brands, some of these other fast food companies that have service that is just through the roof awesome. And we need to make it more consistent across the branch. I think, when it comes to the most famous item, the Frosty, I've never had too many issues with the Frosty machine, but whenever we're going to roll out a specialty flavor, I'd like to make sure that we've got the chocolate. The vanilla, personal choice, I don't think we need it, but I think for people that do enjoy it, when we roll that out, let's keep that, and let's make sure that we have 3 if we're ever going to do like one of those seasonal flavors. So the chocolate always has to be there. No excuses.
Chocolate never goes away.
I also think that we should get rid of the freestyle machines in all of the stores.
We need to do something about the price of the soft drinks. You are turning people away.
Yeah, it should not be
a large fountain drink.
It should not be $2.79 or $3 or whatever.
It's over $3.50.
That's ridiculous.
Over $3.50.
Can't be
for a large fountain drink.
You can just go into the Speedway and get one for 80 cents or whatever.
Big gulp is 69 cents.
What are we doing?
69
it's soda.
cents.
Again, that's why I say if we need to get those costs down, I can sacrifice the freestyles. We can still have those Dave's Craft sodas that we have on the old-fashioned fountains. So you can get the cherry and you can get the orange, which I find are refreshing drinks. We can have those.
Or if you want a freestyle, you put a freestyle inside the dining area. So that's incentive for you to go sit in.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? So people can do that. But you're right. Efficiency at the drive-through window, no freestyle.
No freestyle. You just got your fountains there. Let me tell you about this idea that I was thinking about. And the thing that got me onto it, and this might be a myth, but our guy Cal, who works here in the building, he came in one day and he was ranting and raving about a White Castle restaurant that is at our headquarters. I say our because it's like across the road from here. Meaning ours is in Columbus.
I'm telling you, there's no restaurant in there.
I have not. I did some.
He just walked in there and started eating, but there's no restaurant.
I haven't physically tested this out, and I should because it's right across the street. But he said he went one time, and
then he ate at the employee cafeteria.
He ate. Basically, he's saying he ate at the employee cafeteria, but in the headquarters, as you can imagine, it's pretty nice. Like there's logoing, there's logos, there's branding all over the place. There might even be a slide that goes from upstairs to the downstairs area there. So it got me thinking. There's a Wendy's, and you would imagine that Wendy's would be one of the best run Wendy's in America, right across the street from the HQ in Dublin.
It's got the statue of Dave Thomas out there.
I contend, forget about that location. Let's lump that in to a mega Wendy's restaurant experience that is located in the headquarters. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like a full-on M&M's or Hershey store like the one they have at Hershey Park, where you don't even have to buy a ticket to go to the park if you want to experience one of the coolest candy stores, chocolate stores that has ever existed. They even have a ride in that store. If you've ever stopped there driving through, if you want to get off the godforsaken Pennsylvania Turnpike for a half an hour, check it out. But we need a gigantic, I'm talking about it's 8 normal Wendy's roped into one. And then we have gear that you can buy. We've got special items that might not be rolled out at all the Wendy's nationwide that you can only taste at that Wendy's mega restaurant at the headquarters in Columbus, Ohio.
I'm all about creating destinations.
Visitors will stop there. If you're a Wendy's fanatic, we'd have to get the word out on this, let people know that this is here. It's in Columbus. There's a reason to actually stop at the headquarters. And let's not joke around. This is one of the most famous brands in food history. It might not be McDonald's, but to some people, you've got your favorites. Some people will put Wendy's ahead of McDonald's for where they want to stop and have their fast food.
Absolutely.
It means something.
I also heard a rumor, don't know if it's real or not, that at the Wendy's HQ, they have Dave Thomas laying in state like Lenin. In like a clear coffin, a tube thing.
Didn't
you open that up to the public? I'd go see that.
Did Dave Thomas not own a home on like a tiny little island in the middle of Buckeye Lake?
I think
am I
you're
just
right.
making things up? Am I dreaming that up? And I want to say that he had the guy who actually made the first Frosty machine make one especially for the house out there.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. Whenever he would bring guests out there to the spot, which just sounds really cool to me. To be able to go and have a barbecue at Dave's Island and have fresh, delicious Frosties.
Back when I was a kid, we had a department store in Chicago called Muirfield.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Very famous.
Very famous. And then
Very famous.
Macy's came and bought it and changed all the branding because I hate Macy's.
You
Anyway,
got the mints, right? The famous mints.
the Frango chocolate mints.
Oh, man.
They would make those in the flagship store on State Street in Chicago. And they had you saw the women there making the chocolate mints, right? Now, that was a little bit of a show because most of the mints were made off-site in another location, but they did make some mints there, and people got to, look at them make the mints, all that stuff, right? Now, I am fully aware that Wendy's gets its product elsewhere. However, maybe for the sake of tourism and a little show, you have a little makeshift slaughterhouse right there. They're always talking about how proud they are of their fresh beef, right? And so you take people through like a little tour. It's like, now we stun the cow, right? Now we behead the cow.
This is
and
Johnny
now
the cow.
We make it square. Mm-hmm. See?
And you have just a little like steel little stamper that just makes the beef square.
And then you end
goes
with
by on the conveyor.
Who's hungry?
Let's go over
Just
to
like
our mega store here.
You give the Guinness people, when they take the tour in Ireland, a little free sample afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then
you do that at all the breweries.
You go eat the very cow that you've watched get slaughtered.
There's your answer.
Tell me that's not fun for the whole family. Man. All these summer camps are looking for stuff to do. My daughter's twiddling her thumbs. Go watch something get slaughtered and then have a bite.
Destinations, right? Experiences. Watching the cows. We'll do the same thing with Frosties. We'll just make something up we'll make it more involved than it really is. And then you get to enjoy the Frosty the same way.
Maybe they got an event or a little attraction. You can stick your face under a Frosty machine.
I mean, everybody dreams of doing that, right?
They disinfect it, of course. They put a new nozzle on for every single person. It's like changing out a needle in a hospital.
Or it's like when the doctor puts the little thingy in your ear, right? The plastic cap just goes off.
Right,
and just
but
put
then
a new little nub up
for
there.
a while, they get to right under that Frosty
we say
machine.
you just go to town. As much as you want.
Delicious. An Olympic athlete got in trouble for smooching. Details in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's causing some holdup on westbound 270 on the South Outer Belt after 23. And watch for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270's off-ramp to eastbound 70 on the West Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank, and refresh the vibe with 69 cents large bid gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required, valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
If your garage door is so ugly that the FedEx guy is just literally baseball chucking your packages at it, so you get the point, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Looking back at my Awaken 180 goals, and buried deep on the list was to beat my guy Austin Ward at golf. Well, played in the Marysville Marathon with him on Saturday, and let's just say, mission not accomplished. I got smoked. The biggest part, though, I wasn't lugging around those extra 75 pounds in that brutal heat while playing 36 holes. That was the real difference. I felt my stamina was way better. I'm not telling you you're going to be a scratch golfer, but you will be able to enjoy 36 holes, unlike I've been in years in the past. Online at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. TNCs apply. Available in app only.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
So somebody, an Olympic athlete, is in a little bit of hot water over smooching, apparently.
How do we say this woman's name? She's a fencer.
She's a French fencer.
Oh, yeah.
We think she's into the saber?
Foil?
Foil? How do we use that term? Like, is that...
I'm going to foil you.
I'm going to foil you?
Let's foil together.
Is lance a term to use in fencing?
Lance?
I don't know. Or a glancing blow? Is that something that you could get a point, like a grazing blow? Is there a difference between a poke and a slash?
Yeah, I think so.
Will you bend? Because
they don't really stab each other.
Bend to it. They've got little nubs on them.
I like how I broke news to people. You don't really stab each other.
What if you sever a limb? Is that?
I think that's impossible with what they have. But
let's sharpen the blades.
Back in the day,
let's make it a little bit more real.
Are we fencing or not?
Are we Olympians or not?
Are we foiling or not? How badly do you want it?
Are we trying to be like that Australian breakdancer, or are we trying to be the best at this?
I'm with you.
So her name, let's try this here. How about Yusora Thibus?
Sure, that's very wrong.
Thibus. Thibus. So the Court of Arbitration for Sport. That is fancy.
Sounds regal, but it's probably just a dude in an office.
Probably like 3 guys.
Eating Arby's.
They probably set in Stockholm or something, and they make decisions out of there. So they cleared Thibus of a doping allegation. And the reason that they cleared her of this allegation is that they contend that she was contaminated by kissing her partner.
Now, her partner at the time was an Olympian for the U.S., right? Yes. So at the Paris Olympics, where I guess she tested positive, she said that the reason why is because she was smooching.
Smooching?
You was smooching with everyone, baby.
Mo? Little Mike with the gimpy leg?
Cliff?
I did. I swear on it. I didn't do it.
That's a lie.
It wasn't me.
So she was smooching with this dude for many days, and over the course of those days, he was taking this banned substance. So then she got it in her mouth because they didn't just smooch. They were,
they were
just, it was tongue time.
Tongue-tied.
Oh, my God. Smooching. Is it just through the mouth that this happens or other orifices? Or I don't know. I don't know, man.
I tell you what I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly yellow keister out that door. Before I pump your guts full of lead.
She said that, she didn't date this guy anymore. She's wrong.
I mean, you're filling your mouth with Osterine. I got to get rid of you.
No idea that he was dirty like
Joel
this.
Osterine.
Joel Osteen is there.
In your mouth. Yeah, you can't stay with someone. They're filling your mouth with steroids. You're messing with my life, man.
You got to tell her. You got to tell your partner.
If I can't fence anymore, I don't want to live. Mm-hmm. I don't want to live.
So anyway, she had this thing and she won. She was looking at a 4-year ban. She would not be able to participate in the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028, but she won her case. They said, yes, you can pass it through time. And so she won her case. That noise again is...
I'm sure that they can get very scientific with this and determine what are trace elements versus someone who knowingly was taking it for a competitive advantage.
It says it is scientifically established that the intake of an Osterine dose similar to the dose ingested by Miss Tibidus's then partner would have left sufficient amounts of Osterine in the saliva to contaminate a person through kissing.
Well, I guess they got that all figured out because we've never had any scandals with doping agencies. That has never been a thing. But I don't think we're paying a lot of attention when it comes to the world of fencing. I don't know.
Does Ohio State have a fencing?
Yes.
Well, you had Inside the Buckeyes earlier. Why not some facts about fencing?
Well, you were playing fart noises through the entire element.
Yeah, it's always my fault.
Yeah.
It's always my fault.
Yeah, it is. It is your fault.
The Pacers have confirmed that Tyrese Halliburton will miss next season. Well, he tore his Achilles, and he's not Aaron Rodgers, so... he's going to miss the entire season.
He's gone. And they traded away Miles Turner as well. So, really, you talk about...
They've signed Evan Turner, though. He's coming in for them.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, I'm back.
He's back.
I don't have any Achilles to tear.
E.T. is going to be the cure.
Stainless steel mesh down there.
How you doing there, E.T.?
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Timmy, I know you're excited for Scottish golf that is starting up this week. However,
oh no,
my friend, it's this weekend, right?
It is this weekend. Yeah,
I don't know where.
Scheffler's on the ground.
Okay, I don't know where in Scotland they're doing this.
Renaissance. So that's just east of the Edinburgh area. They call that I think their code name for that is just the Gulf Coast out there because that's where all the great golf courses are.
All right, well, the place I look is Dunkeld.
Mm-hmm.
Which is close to Edinburgh. Let's say it's like 40 minutes away, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So this weekend, because I love the Scottish Open too, and I love it because we're in July and it's hot as hell, and I like to watch people braving elements that we don't have here. Windy, cool, rainy. They're wearing parkas. It's messing with their heads. All of that. This weekend, the weather forecast for Scotland, blazing sun, no clouds, and 80 degrees.
God.
That's a waste of a Scottish Open, is what I say.
I agree with you with that.
A waste. And the only way they can make up for it is if the British Open, is it a week later or 2 weeks later?
It's a week later.
A week
it's later. Be in Ireland at Royal Portrush, Rory's home country.
That's fine.
Northern Ireland.
Ireland, Royal Dave Portnoy, whatever it is. I want it to be 45 degrees and sleeting. That's the only way it can make up for an 80-degree Scottish Open.
So
disgusting.
Here's the thing, though. Dunkeld, I got to look at that on a map here to see where it is because this could be strange. So the course is in North Berwick. Like I said, that's about like 30 minutes east of Edinburgh.
What's the name of the course again?
Renaissance Club. Just do North Berwick. It's actually like Berwick, Berwick. That's the town. They are only going to have highs in the 60s. High of 71 on Saturday, But today, 66, tomorrow, 67, rain and 69 on Thursday. So not too bad where the Scottish Open is going to be.
All right, that makes me feel better.
So Dunkeld is somehow going through some strange heat wave that they are not experiencing where the Scottish Open is. And you're way north. I don't understand that. Dunkeld is way north.
Tropical heat wave.
Yeah,
but you're on the coast here. North Berwick's on the coast. We got the winds. So you got that nice, windy.
Yeah.
Where is this?
Where is it?
I'm just looking on the map. I'm looking where it is.
Yeah, it's just right there on the sea.
I was looking at weather for the Royal Portrush for next week.
Uh-huh.
Looks like it's going to be in the mid-60s, but there is rain in the forecast.
That's fine. I need rain.
I want the little drizzly rain. That's Open Championship bliss right there. If they don't get the rain gear out at all, then it's not an Open Championship.
The reindeer?
The rain gear.
Oh.
Not Ben Affleck.
Santa.
Reindeer games.
It's Santa on the brain. Sorry, buddy. Journalism is officially dead. Will you please read the headline?
Let me
that you read to me earlier today.
Yeah,
because you look. I don't know if this is an AI who did this.
No,
or if it's an actual
crazy.
person.
I got it up here now. Okay, this was. It's under a tab for the Sporting News, but I guess Yahoo owns them now. That could make sense. This is the exact headline about the Browns. Shedeur Sanders, plural, Browns mentor Deshaun Watson's, plural, quarterback coach rips Colorado's Deion Sanders coaching style. How many possessives is in that headline? Shedeur Sanders, Browns mentor Deshaun Watson's quarterback coach rips Colorado's Deion Sanders coaching style. We got Shedeur Sanders, like plural, Watson's plural, Colorado's plural, Deion Sanders plural. That's the most ridiculously put together headline I've ever seen in my life.
Now, they're referring to Deshaun Watson's personal quarterback coach.
Also,
not the quarterback coach for the Browns.
No, right. This is just horrible in many ways because to say that Deshaun Watson is even Shedeur's full-on mentor this soon into it.
That's the rumor in the building, my friend.
That's a big stretch.
He's taking Shedeur under his wing.
Yeah, and basically this is a story about Quincy Avery has said some things about Deion Sanders' coaching style. He said the reason I've got a difficult time with Deion is because so many of the things he does, it's about him rather than other people. It's a pretty nice little shot there, seriously, but I think that a lot of people miss that, so we get to see who he is as a person when he has to take on this team without his sons involved.
I did see that Deion Sanders will not be, or is not, I guess it's out now, you can play it, in the 26 college football game.
Yeah, there's a few big name coaches.
Not in it either.
But did you see who is? Steve Belichick is actually in the game. So I guess they'll have, I don't know if he sort of assumes the role as the head coach or if he still is in his role as defensive coordinator.
They have fake head coaches.
Fake head coach.
And I forget which names they assigned.
That would
They're stupid names, clearly.
What's the girlfriend's last name? Because that would be great if they gave the coach her last name.
Is it Jordan Taylor?
Or just made her the head coach.
What's her name?
I think it is. Jordan Taylor sounds right.
Joy Taylor?
She would probably accept if given the opportunity to be the head coach in that game. Like, yeah, take the NIL dollars.
You met?
We're not going to talk about that.
Don't talk about that.
It is $7.
Don't you talk about that. Move on. Next subject.
Hudson is her name. Jordan Hudson.
Jordan Hudson.
Yeah.
Who was, never mind. Doesn't matter.
I'm wondering where you're going to go with that next.
Me too. Back page coming up. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute slowdown on southbound 270 on that west outer belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and I-70. We also have a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side from James Road to 270. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. There's more to Taco Bell's Lux Cravings boxes than you'd expect, unless you're expecting the choice between 3 lavish boxes of Taco Bell favorites. Then you're spot on. Choose yours today. Only at Taco Bell. For a limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks exclude freezes, tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Waddle, hop, or gallop your way to adventure. The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tails of animals from around the world. Explore 8 wild regions, including our newest North America trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo. Get more information and tickets at columbuszoo.org.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey, it's Anthony. I actually enjoy the off-season. Gives me a chance to be really active, travel, be on the move. But when my back started giving me pain, I wasn't going to just deal with it this time. I went to the Good Feet store. Their personally fit arch supports got my feet into their ideal alignment, and I could already feel the difference in my back immediately. And they educated me. I had no clue. We actually have several arches under our feet, and those cushy over-the-counter insoles were not going to do the trick. So many people suffering with pain can benefit from their system. People with pain in their feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, hips, and more. I've been wearing my personally fit arch supports for a while now, and they've given me the motivation and confidence to be as active as I want to be. The Good Feet store thrives on being solution-oriented. Go in. The fitting is free. They want you to try them in the store and feel them for yourself. So get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City and on Polaris Parkway. Or check them out at goodfeet.com.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week. But not OJ, because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Man, I'm wondering, who are your favorite sports studio hosts? Like, we can't say play-by-play guys. So this is, I'm thinking of, seeing this story.
Not former players, not analysts.
No, not former players. Like, we lost Greg Gumbel recently.
I was a big fan of Greg.
Yeah, me too, and I think he was very underrated. I think he was one of those guys that didn't try to take away what the event was.
He was a pros pro.
Pros pro.
To your point.
Yeah, I thought of March Madness first. And then once I'm on a March Madness frame of mind, I'm thinking about the song, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Then eventually I get to, I love Greg Gumbel. And I think that's part of how he operated. And that was the point. He didn't want to try to take over what it was. Then when those guys come in and you got, Kenny the Jet and Charles Barkley doing college basketball with him, he did a great job with that, and that did kind of take over. But I saw the story about how CBS and the NFL host James Brown are discussing a contract extension. And JB is 74 years old, but I was just thinking, he's been doing that forever. I think he was named the host of the NFL Today back in 2006, which you're coming up on 20 years of him doing that program. I saw another thing for Terry Bradshaw in the news. He's been with Fox even longer, since the mid-'90s. That's a long time. But James Brown.
Well, he was with CBS. He was with CBS with Greg Gumbel. They were the studio people when they had the NFC package.
Mm-hmm.
Then when Fox got the NFC package, Bradshaw moved over there. He's been with Fox since day one.
Yeah, he has.
Because he was with CBS before that.
Yeah. More on JB, though. He's a DC native. I don't think I knew that. He was named Studio Host of the Decade by SI back in 2010.
I worked with him a little bit when I was at Sporting News Radio.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't his direct producer, but I, on occasion, would fill in on his show. Very nice man. Very religious man.
Yeah.
I was not a huge fan of him on the radio because he didn't really have any opinions on things.
He probably kept it straight-laced,
right. He did
style.
Very good interviews, and he was very professional, but not necessarily what I was looking for in a radio host.
Right.
But as a guy sitting at the desk, setting other people up, great. One of the best in the business.
Yeah, so more power to him. I think of guys like that. I think of somebody like
Ernie Johnson.
Yeah. We talk about that show all the time.
Yeah.
And Ernie is special because he has that ability. If he didn't have his own personality, I don't know if that show could have reached the heights that it's gotten to, because you almost need a ringleader like that in that role who also knows how to have a lot of fun.
That's right.
And can be in on the jokes, and he can push those guys' buttons. And a lot of times he's doing that. He's taking digs, short, succinct little digs at mostly Chuck, sometimes at Shaq, and then they can pile on that guy.
You have to allow guys to do it. You almost have to look to the studio host for permission.
Yeah.
Right? If Barkley, if all the same guys were on that show, Kenny and Barkley and Shaq, but it was a guy completely different. If it was Bob Costas on that desk, it would be a completely different show.
And Bob Costas would be someone to bring up as far as studio hosts go. He was you can not like Bob Costas, but he was one of the prominent studio guys. Well, he did play-by-play. He bled lines because he would do
commentary,
NBA play-by-play.
That's the thing I didn't like about Bob.
He was like a hybrid guy.
Is that Bob he'd need to do it all, right? He couldn't just be content being the studio guy and being professional and setting people up. He had to come on for his Springer's final thought. Then at the end of the game, right? It was all, now let me tell you what I think. Bob, we don't need to know what you think, right? You just hosted 4 hours worth of studio stuff.
And then he did an hour radio show. I can remember programming it when I was just starting out in the biz in Kansas City.
Costas
we had
a
that
radio show?
Yeah, it was called Costas Now. It was sort of, I'm assuming that was a tape thing, or you could take it live or then plug it into your lineup later in the evening. And I know that we ran that in Kansas City when I was there, and it was the same type of deal. It was just classic Costas giving his big, huge opinions on everything.
So JB, you said he's retiring or not going to retire?
Not retiring. So he says he has no plans to retire, wants to stay at NFL Today, but it doesn't really say that there's an impasse. They're in talks for a contract extension. So I hope it goes well, because I'd like to see him do that until he's ready to be done. He's still pretty sharp.
Back page.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Do you have a problem with Kirk Cousins? Some more things coming from this quarterback show on Netflix. I'm actually going to give this a watch because of all the Joe Burrow stuff. So me and Jack going to give this thing a little watch tonight. But on the subject of going to Atlanta, Cousins has made so much money. Even when he was kind of getting haggled by Washington his last 2 years there, he was on the franchise deal, and he actually got the double. He got the double down franchise deal, because I think Washington did it a second year in a row. He says that he felt misled after the Falcons drafted Michael Penix Jr. So
how could he not?
Are we shedding any tears? Not the point, though. I'm just asking, are you feeling sorry for him or shedding any tears? Because he said if I had the information about free agency, it would have affected my decision. I had no reason to leave Minnesota with how much we loved it there. But I learned in 12 years in this league, you're not entitled to anything. It's all about being able to earn your spot and prove yourself.
I understand all of that, and I think there's room for both. I think you can say, well, the Falcons did him dirty because they didn't even tell him that they were going to draft Michael Penix where they drafted him. This is not like you took a flyer on a 6th-round quarterback here, right?
Right. You went top 10 and you played him at the end of the season. I think it's dumb on the Falcons' behalf to go out and acquire Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
It was not cheap. He was a $100 million quarterback.
All right, one more thing. I give Yarmo a lot of crap on this show because I think Yarmo deserves a lot of crap. But remember Jesse Puljujarvi? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Teddy?
High draft pick, right?
He was a high draft pick. He's a Finnish guy. And a lot of people thought in the 2016 draft that Yarmo was going to take him at 3. I mean, that was like the no-brainer. He was the 3rd best prospect. He's a Finnish guy. Yarmo's sitting there at 3. He didn't take him at 3. Instead, he took PLD.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre-Luc Dubois, who is no longer with us, and we had our problems with that. And
but he was a good player.
Fine.
Yeah.
This is more about Jesse Puljujarvi. He is 27 years old now and out of the league. He just signed with a Swiss team. He's playing in Switzerland. Because he went number 4 then to the Oilers after Yarmo passed on him. And a lot of people said, oh, what does Yarmo know? Maybe the short answer was nothing, but he lucked into not drafting him. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, no, he's been all over the place, right?
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt. After 315, it is moving slowly from 71. And there's stop-and-go traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by RRFoundationSpecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at RRFoundationSpecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The big one is back. The Buckeyes 27th Summit Racing Nationals presented by PPG. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Over 6,000 of the nation's baddest hot rods, muscle cars, and trick trucks. Don't miss Good Guys Autocross racing action. A tire-smoking burnout competition. A pro street takeover. Earth-shaking Nitro Thunderfest. Meet the top builders in the industry and more. All this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center. Details at good-guys.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple of years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab. Just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Get Eco.
Aaron, you know that complete HVAC system we sell for $12,000?
Yeah, it's for homes that are 1,600 square feet or less.
How big is 1,600 square feet?
3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. Those homes are what America is made of.
Get Eco.
Other companies are charging $15,000 to $18,000 for that same system.
Yeah, I know.
And if your family doesn't need a new furnace, Eco will replace the AC component for just $8,500. Why are we doing this?
Nurses, police officers, office workers, firefighters, and school teachers live in those houses, Jerry.
The people that America is made of live in the houses that America is made of.
We're just doing what we can to restore balance to the universe, Jerry.
Get Eco.
When a person is doing well, they're making money. But when they're doing good, they're helping others.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
We're bringing balance to the universe.
Go to geteco.com.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And for a limited time, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now at Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.44% APR 6.47% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Just heard Brandon Beam bragging about finally beating me in golf. Cute story. Let's set the record straight. I lost my 50 pounds with Awaken 180 first. Brandon saw my results, heard about my golf game, and thought, hey, I better do that too. Sure, Beam had some decent drives last weekend, but who carried the team when the shots really mattered? If your goal is to walk 18, drop 5 pant sizes, reduce your medications, just do exactly what I did. First, choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
At Delta Dental of Ohio, we understand oral and vision health is connected to overall well-being. With Delta Dental and Delta Vision, you get affordable, comprehensive coverage from a name you know and trust. Our plans are designed to keep your teeth strong and vision clear, so you can confidently smile at life. 2 great plans, 1 name you can trust. Learn more at deltadentaloh.com.